Hello friends, Tom Downey and Mitchell Renz here for Chat Sports UFC 231 Fight Night. Mitchell, you excited?
Dude, Fight Night.
A little bit different.
Tom, I was ready to spar you when I first walked in this morning. I was super hyped.
You will win.
You think?
Yes.
I just look tough. I'm really not, believe me. But, nah, man, we got a lot of awesome fights on tap. UFC 231. The first fight that's on tap with Manuwa and then Santos. We got two power-hitting dudes. These guys are going to be throwing some haymakers. I'm going to almost guarantee it. Somebody's getting knocked out.
Okay, I like
Somebody's getting knocked out in
I like
round
it.
one.
Early prediction there. We're going to have some more betting odds. We'll update throughout the night. But as of right now, Santos is your, I'd say, heavy favorite now, which makes sense, as you pointed out before we started the show, Mitchell, based on the way Jimi's fared so far this year.
Yeah, Jimi's 0-1 in 2018, and he just hasn't been fighting all that well. He's lost his last 2 bouts, but he's 3-4 in his last 7 fights. And when you look at how these fighters match up, both of them are going to want to swing. They are going to swing for the fences, I can guarantee you. But I will say this. Jimi over there, poster boy, he did say he's going to put on a masterful performance. And, well, if we've learned anything from Michigan, sometimes you can't predict the wins.
Well, that's what they always say, though, right?
Yeah,
they always talk the big trash.
You got to sell the fight. But I'm telling you right now, Thiago, he's got this huge Thor-like tattoo on his chest. I would not want to see that guy in a dark or light alley, that's for sure. He's going to, I'm telling you what, he's going to knock out Manuwa.
Well, we'll get to the odds here in a little bit, but the odds do favor a knockout of some type, be it a normal KO or a TKO during this initial undercard match. Yeah,
I think the over-under, according to BetDSI on this one, is like 1.5 rounds, and it's by far the quickest fight when you look at all the other fights. And 1.5 rounds over-under.
That's fast.
Man, this is one of those, like, if you go to the bathroom when it first starts, and you're going to come back and somebody's just going to be on the floor. You're going to be like, shit, I already wasted part of my fight. So don't leave this one, because this is going to be fireworks right away.
I like that one. All right, so you have Santos in this one then, Mitchell?
Yeah, I got Santos in this one.
What are you drinking tonight, by the way?
Apparently nothing, because I was told that these are twist-offs. And
maybe I would win in the fight then.
I don't know.
How about that one?
I'm going to need my beer junkie here. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Well, of course, Manuwa and Santos, not the only main fighters. The disembodied arm of James Yoder as he throws his bottle cap. Not the only fight tonight, the big one, Holloway, Ortega, the welter, or the, not welterweight, misspoke there, my bad.
No, but it is, I mean, this is one of those fights I'm kind of upset because we've seen it.
Featherweight, my bad.
Featherweight, but we've seen it in the past,
Wrong
like the
weight.
McGregor, like, this fight doesn't have a big name, but when you look at both of these fighters and how they stack up against each other, Max Holloway, 19-3, he is such a tactical fighter. And then Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega, Tom, hasn't let a fight go the distance since 2014.
Which is insane to think about.
And if you look at him down there, I don't even think he looks like a fighter. He's like this pretty boy. When he takes his pictures, he's always like surfing and having a good time. But what Ortega can do that Max Holloway really needs to worry about is Brian Ortega is a submission specialist. And I believe he's got like 9 of his 9 wins due to submission. So Brian Ortega, this is going to be an awesome fight. Man, like, he's been doing MMA since 5 years old, and it shows.
Imagine doing that since age 5. That's insane, right? All right, so let's take a look here at this initial undercard match. Our first fighter tonight, Jimi Manuwa. He is the underdog tonight, and Mitch, as you pointed out, 3-4 in his last 7 fights, has lost back-to-back, has just not looked all that good. Maybe the age is finally starting to get up with him. He is 38 now.
He is 38 years old, but he does have a reach advantage in this fight.
I like reach.
Hey, you got to like the reach. But Manuwa, there's a reason why he's got the poster boy nickname, and it's because he ends fights quickly. But yeah, age 38, he is a part of the All-Stars Training Center, British-Nigerian. His nickname is Poster Boy, but I'm telling you right now, Thiago Santos is going to put him on a poster, and it's just going to be Thiago just standing over him. These guys have been talking a lot. I mean, they're 2 big dudes sitting there, you know, at both 205 pounds in the heavyweight. So a lot of hands are going to be flying. If you like to watch just big dudes throwing haymakers, this is one of the fights that I'm telling you right now, you cannot miss it.
All right, the tail of the tape here between Jimi and Thiago. The age definitely favors Santos here. He's got a little bit height on him, but the reach does favor Jimi. However, as we like to point out here, the recent performance, while you can't always just go based on the numbers, definitely favors Thiago.
Yeah, Thiago, I mean, 6-1 in his last 7 fights. But I will say this, Thiago's last 3 losses, Tom, were all due to either a knockout punch or a rear naked choke. And yeah, a rear naked choke is when someone gets behind you fully clothed. I just want to put that out there. 3-1 in 2018. Maybe the most awesome thing I think about Thiago, dude was a Brazilian Army paratrooper for 8 years before he started fighting.
That's awesome.
That's why I'm rooting
That's
for
your
him.
fact of the night, I think. All right, folks, so here we are, awaiting the start here of Moana and Santos, and you are against Santos. Let us know who you guys have in the comments section here, folks. Moana or Santos?
Yeah, and if you guys want to bet on this, you guys can see that nice little thing down there, the link, chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code LIVE120. It's the best promo code on the internet. Guys, I'm telling you right now, you're going to get 120% deposit bonus. What does that mean? Put down 100, and you're going to get $120 for free. Again, chatsports.com/bet. So, Tom, who's going to win? I want you to type M for Moana or S for Santos.
Part of me wants to just pick the opposite of you no matter
Okay.
what.
Hey,
Part
bring
of
it.
me does, but I think
I
it's going to be Thiago Santos.
Yeah, I mean,
Reach matters a lot to me in fights, but I'm going to go with the one who's actually performed well as of late.
That's right. I'm going to Santos 6-1 in his last 7 fights compared to Moana, who's 3-4. But at the end of the day, Thiago is really starting to show recently that he's got a weak chin. And right now, I'm telling you, if Poster Boy can land a big hook, it's going to be lights out. And I really think that's what it's going to be. It's going to be just kind of like them testing out each other, and it's the first person to land that big one. It's going to be lights out. I mean, these guys are huge.
They're all huge, dude.
Not all of them. Yeah, even though, I mean, the women are pretty big, but the men, these guys are giants. I mean, look at that. I mean, 205 pounds, 73 inches in height. But the reach, there is a definite reach advantage there, but Santos is definitely the better fighter right now. 6-1 in his last 7 fights, 3-1 in 2018. Age, though, this is the oldest matchup. There's no doubt about that. I mean, when you look at Holloway and you look at Ortega, they're both 27 years old. So this is one of the fights that are a little bit older. And actually, Tom, Thiago is making his way out there, repping the Brazilian flag, and you like to see that. And if you want to, he's strutting his stuff a little bit.
They're always cocky, and I appreciate that.
I mean,
it's the only way to go about it, right?
You have to be cocky. I mean,
yeah.
I have a big ego. I mean, imagine if you were a professional athlete, a professional fighter, your ego is probably through the roof. Maybe not as big as James Yoder's, but it's definitely up there.
Absolutely. All right, folks, keep letting us know in the comment section who you have tonight. Should be a fun match there. Should be a good one. Even if it's going to be a short one like you tend to think.
I think it's going to be a short one, but personally, I mean, sometimes shorter's better. Can we say that? Like, I think at the end of the day, I would rather watch a fight that's 1 round that ends in a knockout than a 5-round match where they're just tiptoeing around each other. Santos, man, I'm telling you, dude's going to lay a haymaker today, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Jimi and Santos. Again, folks, keep those comments coming. See some great ones on here as well. Keep those comments flowing throughout the show. Again, as we just put in the comments section, if you want to have the fight, if you're trying to find the stream, chatsports.com/stream will hook you up. Again, the tail of the tape does favor Santos based on what we've seen in recent weeks, and that's the big thing for me.
In recent fights, you just got to go back to when you look at these guys and when they're at their best. Now, I will say, Poster Boy may be at his best. If this fight would have been, I don't know, 4 years ago, I think it would have been Poster Boy probably a little bit easier, but at the end of the day, he's just has not fought all that well. He's 0-1 in 2018, and even though his fights seem to be quick, because either he's getting knocked out or he's knocking somebody out, I just think Thiago matches up really well with him pound for pound, and just reach. The advantage does go to Poster Boy, but at the end of the day, I'm going to take the guy who's just fighting better, who just looks like he's can last a little bit longer into fights.
Who's fought a lot this year, too. He's fought 5 times this year, which is quite a heavy workload for a UFC fighter.
That's what I mean. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, like only 5 fights. I mean, think about it. I mean, we're almost at the end of the year.
The prep work that goes into it alone.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
All right, folks, if you want to get in on some of the live betting action on UFC 231, Manuwa versus Santos, promo code LIVE120 at chatsports.com/bet gets you a 120% deposit bonus. Put down $50, they're going to give you 60. Put down 100, they're going to give you 120. Put down $500, they're going to give you $600 extra. Bro, if you will not find a better deal out there than the one over on BetDSI.
I'll say this, Tom. I love betting on NFL games, college games.
Oh, yeah.
And people are always the time like, Mitch, why would I want to do it with BetDSI? You're not going to find a better promo code on the internet. And in fact, I challenge you to find a better one. And heck, if you can find a better one, I'll let Ronda Rousey drop kick me on in the next show because you're not going to find a better one.
Bold that you're willing to do that. Challenge accepted.
I just want to be in the same room as Ronda. She's actually one of the prettier UFC fighters. Or now she's what, WWE?
Yeah, doing that now.
Ronda, you can roundhouse me.
I was ready for that one. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
One beer in. Here we go.
Not even a beer in. You're like half a beer in.
Yeah, that's all you need is half.
Or is that your second beer of the night?
No, it's my first.
That's not good, dude.
We're going to have fun. It's not going to be as bad as, I forget what, Phil against Tiger. We went through like an entire 12 pack.
That's because it went into extra holes. Sudden death. All right, we do have some other prop bets here for you guys on this fight in terms of how it ends.
Oh.
So take a look, Mitchell. Here's your first one here by KO, TKO, or just a DQ. Jimmy wins plus 185. So that's how they think his best bet to win is.
Gotcha. I mean,
full-on knockout, which is what you said before the show.
I think it definitely makes sense. I mean, you're going to see both of these guys. They're not really big submission artists. Like, they don't really take down by submission. They are knockout martial artists. So I think I'm going to vote knockout, but I don't think I'm going to go with a poster boy.
Yeah, fair. All right, keep everyone here. Here's his submission odds plus 2,500. Not exactly great there.
Probably not all that great, but at the end of the day, like decision tech, I don't think a lot of these are going to go the entire distance. So when I'm like looking at both of these fighters, I mean, only one knockout by submission, and he's had 2 wins go the entire distance. So like
shorter match.
When you look at wins by knockout, Manuwa's got 15 in his entire career. Like, this dude knocks people out.
Not the route he wants to go. And then Thiago here, this is what you predicted, the knockout punch. That's what the betting odds favor right now.
So he's got 13 of his wins have come due to knockout, and only 1 to submission. And then when you just look at, like, striking accuracy, Thiago throws big hits, and he's only hit, Tom, this year about 53% of his hits. But when he's landed them, I'll tell you what, he rocks the world.
Impressive right there. And then the decision/tech decision plus 600, which always seems to be the middle one for these betting odds.
Yeah, which I can understand.
A longer match.
I do not think this one's going all 3 rounds of this. I just don't see it happening. But he has won 5 of his wins, have come down to a decision.
Yeah, there you go. All right, again, so there, folks, there is the tail of the tape, the match on the verge, or I should say the fight on the verge of starting here. Jimmy and Thiago. Santos is your betting favorite. Don't let the reach fool you. Jimmy has not fared all that well as of late, Mitchell. That's been a big, big problem for him, and that's why Santos is your betting favorite as we start here before the match itself.
Yeah, Poster Boy, when he first came out onto the scene, he was just...
Such a great nickname, by the way.
Well, he was just ripping through people. I mean, he won his first 14 fights. Like, that's why he got the nickname Poster Boy, because they're like, wow, this guy could go down as being one of the best UFC fighters we've ever seen. But of his last 7 fights, 3 and 4, he's just kind of, I think, showed the age a little bit, which I get it. I mean, I don't think he looks too bad for being 38 years old. Hell, I hope I look like that.
Half of that at age 38, sign me up. Where do I sign?
Well, that's what, 2 years? So you're doing fine, Tom.
Yeah, I saying you're going to do that. Subtract an extra 10 there, and you're in the range. How about that?
But, I mean, Thiago, he's getting announced right now. And I think the coolest thing that he's got going on is this humongous Thor hammer. The one on his chest, not the one. Yeah. But he's ranked 14th right now in the UFC middleweight rankings. Yep. I love his nickname, too. And just when you look at the odds right up here from BetDSI, like, Thiago is a heavy favorite, but it's just because he's been fighting so much better. 6-1, last 7 fights, and I kept saying...
3-1 this year alone.
And his knockouts, 13 knockouts. 13 of his wins have come due to knockout. 1 submission. I would be unbelievably stunned if this one ended in a submission, but decisions, the only decision that's going to come down to is who's the guy laying face down on the floor, because he's going to lose.
For those wondering, Todd Anderson is your referee tonight for this match.
Who is she? She's pretty.
There you go. Mitch is looking at the ring girls again. Classic form there, Mitch. As for the referees, I don't really care much about that in any sport, as long as they don't mess it up. So fight underway here. Manuwa,
they touch
Santos.
gloves. That's good. I like when they touch gloves. A little bit of respect there. They're both kind of bobbing up and down. I think they're going to try to feel each other out a little bit.
Solid 10 seconds of no one actually throwing a punch yet. There we go.
There's a good kick, though, by Santos.
Ooh. Manuwa took a shot.
This one might end. He's hurt. Santos hit him.
Well,
Manuwa's choke him out.
Holding strong there.
I'll say this, though. I think Poster Boy's hurt. He got hit by a left hook there.
Some
Thiago's going to end
here.
this soon.
Yeah, this
a lot of
might only
knees.
go one round, Mitch.
Oh, man. Poster Boy's hurt. He got hit a few times by Thiago's left hook.
He's hugging there.
And then Thiago is repping the black shorts, and then Poster Boy is repping the red ones. Both basically the length that I like to wear when I go to the gym, Tom.
Super short, yeah.
Yep, super
you're
short.
a short man. There's some punches there from Manuwa, but Santos, I think, is dominating so far.
Yeah, I mean, this one is not
a minute in.
Yeah, this is a rough fight so far. This is definitely not the way Poster Boy wanted to start out.
Manuwa's leaned heavily on just the hug approach against the wall. He has not landed many punches so far.
I think he's trying to catch his breath.
Yeah.
I think he got rocked there early.
He took that big shot early and went down a little bit and managed to get back up.
But, I mean, he's trying to recover, which he's definitely recovered a little bit.
Now, see, this stuff is boring to me when they're just hugging along the cage. That's just boring to me. It's strategy, I get it, but...
It's boring to everyone, not just you, believe me. I want to see some heads. I mean, it came out fun in the beginning, and now both of these guys, I think, are... I mean...
There's that initial massive burst of energy that takes quite a bit out of
it. And now they're just done. No. They're like, all right, I'm exhausted. Okay.
Big right hook there from Manuwa, though.
Yeah, that was a good shot there by Poster Boy.
Yeah. There you go. All right, now we got some actual fighting here. Ooh.
They're both kind of feeling each other out. Looked like he went for a takedown there. Was unsuccessful. Spinning backhand kick. Oh, landed a kick.
Couple nice blows, though, for Santos.
And
he has him
takedown.
Pinned. Yeah.
He's got pretty good side control right now, Tom. Looking like he's trying to get that back mount, but now they're back up on their feet.
2:30 left in the first round here.
I mean, when I go back...
Still Santos has the advantage, you think, so far?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely controlled the entire fight. He definitely has more hits landed. And also, they just haven't done much in general. I mean, what has Poster Boy really done besides pin him up against there? He's landed some good knees. He's landed like one good hit.
There's one, little elbow.
I know, but at the end of the day, the judges are going to look at it like, okay, what was the biggest hit? That went to Santos. Santos.
The volume hits went to Santos.
I mean, he's got a takedown.
Ooh.
Ooh, there's a big swing.
Ooh, Santos going for the kill shot here.
They are throwing freaking bombs.
That is the textbook example of a haymaker right there.
If this guy was a baseball
Wind up
player,
and
he'd
throw.
be like Adam Dunn, just bat 200 but hit 40 home runs every single year.
Minute 40 left in the first round here.
And I just haven't seen much like...
Santos is throwing just knee after knee into the chest of Jimi here.
See, what I'm saying, though, is like when I think about both these fighters, I almost knew exactly what was going to happen, and it's been spot on. I don't know. I think when you know exactly what you're going to get,
checked out.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm almost done with this bear hugging up against the.
I know. I get why they do it. It makes sense from a strategic perspective, but it slows down the fight.
This one's definitely getting slowed down a lot. We can go back.
Elbow there from Santos. Tried to again go with the roundhouse.
Oh, man.
Blow after blow here for really both sides there. Jimi and Thiago.
I don't think you're allowed to say that on camera.
Yes, you can.
Nope.
Ooh.
Oh, there was a big hit.
Big hooks there from
Money
Jimi.
Boy hurt him. Money Boy hurt him.
40 seconds left. Round one.
Money Boy hurt Thiago. And what is he doing?
Thiago went for a jumping spin kick and mostly whiffed.
Yeah, it was not even close, to be honest with you.
And now Manuwa. $20 seconds left here in the fight.
I think Thiago looked like he tried to get a triangle, but he was unsuccessful getting it.
15 seconds.
And now Money Boy, Poster Boy, he's got side controllers. What, 10 seconds left in this? I'm going to give the first round to Thiago, even though at the end, I'll say, I think Poster Boy fought back. He recovered really well, but I'm still going to give the first round to Thiago.
All right, so round one there in the books. We'll see if we can update those odds here for you guys in just a second via BetDSI.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that the biggest hit came from Thiago in that first round, but I mean, 3-1 in his last fights. He came out hot, and I think he came out with a lot of confidence. And I think ultimately, like, whatever fighter gets a lot of confidence in this one time is who's going to come out on top. So it was the BetDSI odds. We're over under 1.5 rounds. And I said under, so I'm hoping I get my money on that one.
Well, the BetDSI odds have changed here, Mitchell, and Jimi is now your favorite. The Fight Track numbers actually indicate that it was the poster boy that won round 1. He had more damage given, landed more hits, and had more time in control. 221 in favor of the poster boy, 105 in favor of Santos.
Okay. Hey. I mean, I think Santos had the best hit in the first round, and I think he controlled maybe like the first minute. I thought the fight was going to end in that first minute, but I did say poster boy, he did look a lot better at the end. And again, they're going to touch gloves again. And
round 2 underway.
Here we go.
Numbers here. Santos, he's throwing some knees now.
Follow along.
Still early in round 2.
I'm surprised, though, that they changed that much even after one round.
Again, folks, you can bet live on BetDSI in between the rounds on the fights happen. As Jimi goes down hard, that's it.
And that's
Santos wins.
That's a big hit. You know what gets me mad? I literally looked down to comment on YouTube for a second, and it was over. Fight over. Knockout. Wow.
Huge blow from Santos right there.
Oh, my Lord. A lot of power. I got my money. I got it right. Over, under. I said under 1.5. I'm glad I got that one spot on. Wow.
Big blow there.
I want to see it again. Thiago Santos with the win.
Got a huge cut over his eye.
Wow. Oh, my. Watch this, just right hand.
Missed on the first cut. Oh, they both missed.
The left
uppercut
hook.
with the left. And then again with the side left. Ooh.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Weak chin.
His right side of his eye was already kind of cut up. Got him twice.
Oh,
that was a wicked blow from Santos.
Oh, my Lord.
The producers want Mitch to punch me right now as an indication.
Yeah, nobody deserves that.
Jimi went for the counter punch after Santos missed.
And then just
but
left
the
him.
poster boy missed and then got postered.
He got straight up dunked on. He was just left there. I mean, when you swing and miss, and then the slow motion is him just being like, oh, shit. And then just gets
It's like, oh, well,
rocked.
there you go. Night, boys.
Good fight. I want 4 more fights like that.
Oh, yeah, I'm on board with that.
Haymakers. That's what I want.
That's a strong start to the undercard. Thiago Santos is your winner.
Bet on it. I got it right. I'm pretty proud of myself. I did. I am 1 for 1.
Producer Brett didn't believe that Mitch bet on the fight.
Well, technically it's under my alias.
Ah. Okay. Your burner account.
My burner account. That's a fact.
41 seconds into round number 2, Thiago Santos wins the fight.
Yeah, poster boy.
Wicked left.
He might be 38 at the beginning of the fight, but he looks about 40 years old. He's over the hill. I don't know if he announces retirement, but getting hit like that in the face would make me want to retire really quick.
So that is a 4-1 2018 for Thiago Santos.
That's a great 2018.
That's impressive.
I think it's more impressive because I don't think people realize fighting 5 times in 1 year is a lot of fights.
It's insane.
I mean, we see some of these fighters go only 1 fight. I mean, heck, there's going to be some fighters you see tonight who haven't even fought yet in 2018, and it's December. Like, they prep, and there's so much months of prep work, and I think Santos right now is like, hey, I'm 7-1 in my last 8 fights. I'm fighting really well. Yeah, I'm 34 years old, but hey, shout out to the paratrooper. The dude just is dropping bombs, and I love it.
Yeah, that was pretty damn impressive from what he showed right there. All right, so our next fight then, Mitch, what do we have on tap here before we get to the main event later on tonight?
Ooh, well, we got Hakeem Dawodu against Kyle Bochniak.
I'm just going to call him Hakeem and Kyle. Keep it simple for myself.
Or we can go with their nicknames, Tom. We got Mean. That's Dawodu. That's his nickname is Mean. And then Crash.
Is Mean? Okay.
Crash is for Kyle. So it's gonna be a good fight here as well. When you look at Hakeem, or I'm gonna call him Mean, He promised a performance of a lifetime. And what did we just see in the last fight? We saw Poster Boy promise a performance of a lifetime, and he just got put on his ass. So sometimes I understand you can talk a lot, you can bring some of that emotion into it, which I like to see, but I'm a little bit worried here about Mean Dawodu. Now, he did sign a 4-year deal with the UFC in November 2017, so he is still new to the UFC scene. As you can see down there, his record is only 8-2. He is 1-1 this year, which is pretty good, but his only loss is to Danny Henry. And he is a part of the championship Creed MMA. He is Canadian, 27 years old. Hey.
Hometown? I got Hakeem winning then.
Hometown? Oh, it is in Toronto.
It's in Toronto.
True.
I'm not sure where in Canada he's from, but home country. Give me Hakeem. He's going to win.
Okay. Okay. I'm probably still going to go with Kyle Crash. I like Kyle, even though he hasn't fought all that well. Yeah, well, he's been a professional competitor since 2014 in the UFC. He is 2-3, though, in his last 5 matches. 1-1 in 2018, but here's the thing. Kyle likes to go the distance. This guy is a marathon-type runner. His last 5 matches have gone the distance. He's going to test him out. This guy's from Boston. He's a tough bean guy. If I had to guess, Harris would probably root for him. That's for sure. But at the end of the day, Crash, I think he's going to crash into Mean, and he's going to get the win.
So you're thinking a longer fight than what we just saw?
Yeah. I mean, from what I've seen from Kyle and his past performances, he's just going to test you out. He's going to make you tired, and he's going to try to beat you with decision, with tactical fighting. Even though Dawodu, though, he's got a few more knockouts than Kyle Crash. So who's going to win? We want to know from you. Type D for Dawodu, that's Mean, or type B for Bochniak, Kyle. And his nickname is Crash. So, D or B? You like D or B's, Tom?
I got Hakeem winning. There you go. That's my answer, Mitch.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
I will avoid your loaded question altogether.
I mean, the odds. I mean, when you look at just the overall fight, though, I mean, Dawodu, though, this is the one thing where if he can land with some more strikes, so this year, he's got a 45% strike rate, which means he's connecting on 45% of his punches. Crash, on the other hand, Kyle, is only down there at 31%. And, we got odds from BetDSI.
Hakeem's my favorite. He's the favorite tonight. I love it.
That's because he's got the hometown.
Exactly.
Hometown.
See? They get it.
I'm going with the underdog. Give me Kyle.
Okay. You got the underdog? It's fair.
Yeah, I'm going with the underdog. And if you guys want to bet on this one, go to chatsports.com/bet. Remember to use that promo code LIVE120. It's the best promo code on the internet. You put down $100, you get $120 for free. If you're a big baller, put down $500, get $600 for free. Shout out to BetDSI. No, it's the right sport. Guys wearing these tight shorts, they're big ballers. It's a guarantee.
That means 2 things. All right, so look at some of the other betting odds here for this fight in terms of the way this match or the fight is supposed to end. The favorite right now overall is it tends to lean towards more of a decision or a technical decision, which implies, again, a longer, more drawn-out fight than the round and 10-second one we just saw.
Correct. Yeah, like Kyle's got 8 wins, 5 of which have come to decision. His last 5 fights all have been gone the distance. So I think when you look at knockouts, I'm not really going to put money down that a knockout's going to happen. The only way I think a knockout's going to come if it is from Hakeem. Of his 8 wins, 6 of them are due to knockout. So we could potentially see something like that. But Kyle's a pretty overall balanced fighter. 2 of his wins came by knockout, 2 by submission, and then he's gone. The other 4 have gone to the distance.
So the BetDSI odds imply plus 250 for a KO or a TKO here for Hakeem in this fight. Meanwhile, Kyle is just plus 800. So there's a big difference there. So if the fight ends before the end, it would tend to imply, hey, this is going to be a Hakeem win.
Yeah, no, more than likely. I mean, when you just look at how both of these fighters are going to stack up against each other, I think Dawodu's going to come out and he's going to try to end the fight. And every single one of his fights, he comes out and he's going to be aggressive. I mean, you're going to see he's like a little spark plug, and then Kyle's just going to sit back and he's going to try to tire him out. And he's going to rack up the points with, punches and precision. But I will say the submission at plus 1,000.
You're intrigued by it?
I'm intrigued by it. I think he has a better chance.
Because of the upside.
I think he has a better chance of winning by submission than knocking out Dawodu.
That's fair, I think. So, that's a fair guess.
I think if I were to actually put money on that, that's what I would go with.
Makes sense, sir. All right, folks, you can bet on these right now. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code LIVE120 gets you there. Or get you that extra bonus. Put down 50, they're going to give you 60. Put down 100, they're going to give you 120. Put down 500, be a big baller like Mitch here. Going to give you 600 extra bucks to bet with, but only if you use promo code LIVE120 at chatsports.com/bet.
If you guys sign up for BetDSI and send me a screenshot at Mitchell Renz 365,
what are you going to do now?
I'll let Tom hit me in the face.
So that's right, because last time we did this for the Tiger Phil match, someone Venmoed you $1 to slap me in the face.
Yep. Well,
and we did it.
Well, you can punch me if somebody signs up for BetDSI and puts down a $50 deposit. Got a deal? Send me the screenshot at Mitchell Renz 365. Let's see what you guys got.
There you go. I like
also, I just got a ring in. It's Bochniak.
Bochniak. Okay.
It's Bochniak. So now I don't sound like a dick. A dickniak. Okay. It's Bochniak.
I'm just going to call him Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
So Hakeem again here is the betting favorite. Kyle Bochniak. I think we got that one right that time. He is the underdog. But, hey, underdogs win, right, Mitch? And if you're trying to win the upside bet, underdog's the way to go.
Go underdog. Go submission.
You make a lot more money if Kyle wins than if Hakeem wins.
Oh, Kyle's feeling himself right now. He's
phrasing
out. What?
I said phrasing.
Oh, no, he's actually doing it. He's running out, getting announced. He seems hyped.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. I mean, you got to know almost every single person in that stadium wants you to lose.
It's true. You're playing against the Canadian.
That's what I mean.
All right, so 2-3 in his last 5 matches.
Yep.
Not really ideal, if that's what you're aiming for there. Meanwhile, Dawodu's side, he's 1-1 this year.
Yep.
So I think it's actually the exact same record that Bochniak has.
Bochniak.
So really no advantage as we sit right now. In terms of the tail of the tape, Hakeem here, younger. Of course, they are the same size. The reach favors Hakeem, and the record is pretty even. But the size, in terms of height and weight, does favor Hakeem. And again, I think reach matters.
Reach matters.
Obviously.
Also, what matters is Hakeem looks like he doesn't have a single ounce of body fat on him. It's literally insane.
All these dudes are jacked.
Oh, Kyle Bochniak actually looks fat compared to Hakeem Dawodu. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a man with an 8-pack look so fat in his entire life. Like, what is happening? This makes me never want to take my shirt off ever again.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way right about now. How long would you last in the cage with either of these guys?
I guess it'd be how quick can I hop over that fence?
No. See, it's can you run around the cage in circles long enough?
See, I think there's a penalty though for if not engaging in the fight. Do you remember?
Doesn't matter. It's a time thing.
Do you remember the old television show on MTV called Bully Beatdown?
I don't.
Oh my lord! It was really these bullies where they would like pick on people, and if they would last in the ring with actual UFC fighters, they'd win money. Those guys would last like 30 seconds and just get the shit kicked out of them, and it was incredible. In all honesty, though, I wouldn't last 20 seconds in a ring with these guys. They're professional fighters.
That's about fair, I think. I'll ask you guys, how long would you last in a UFC ring?
How long would you? What about you, Tom? What do you think? William Tobin says, "Take a Renz, wipe your Downey."
Yeah, I think he's trying to be clever, but I don't really know what he's going for.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either.
I applaud the effort of getting the names in there, but I'm not sure if it works.
It's a good try. It's a good try.
Yeah, I applaud the effort.
I'll take a sip to it.
For those of you looking for
There's
to
William.
watch the fight, I got you guys covered.
William.
There you
in case
go.
you're wondering, William's my middle name.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
There's a fact.
Learned something new today. Look at that. There you go.
What else we got here on Kyle?
So Hakeem has a heavy background in kickboxing as well, where he was 42-4, which I'm no math major, but I'm pretty sure that's good. Pretty sure that's good.
That's one thing I love about some of these guys. I'm always amazed on how skilled they are in so many different aspects of fighting. Like, it's pretty incredible. I was going to let you know who Kyle lost to before, but the guy's last name is an absolute just giraffe.
Zabit. He lost to Zabit. I am not going to try that long Russian last name.
Oh my lord.
Some updated betting odds via BetDSI, folks. Hakeem is now -200. Kyle is +150.
What has changed in the fight?
The money's come in. The money's come in on Hakeem. That's what that means.
All right.
And a little bit on Kyle.
Okay. Hey, I'm just saying. The bell hasn't even rang yet, and the odds are
ding, ding.
Can you do that one more time?
Ding, ding.
He's got to do that every time before the fight starts. There we go. We got it.
Oh, that's good. All right. So you still going with Kyle here as they announce the fighters right now here?
Oh, yeah. I'm going with Kyle.
You go Kyle? Give me Hakeem then.
Okay.
We're both 1 for 1 tonight.
Hakeem the Dream.
Yeah. Is your money down?
I don't know. Kyle's I'm going with the American. I'm going with the Stars and Stripes.
All right. You like your country. I approve. I approve. I'm pretty mean to Canadians overall, so I kind of figured that they owe me. Do wish we had some Molson beer, though.
Molson's?
Molson. It's the best. It's the best.
Oh, my God.
I love Molson.
The only beer that I like that's from Canada is Labatt Blue.
Gross. Molson's better.
That's false.
Molson's
if anybody can drink and is from Canada, is Labatt Blue better than Molson's? Because let's be real.
I think Brett and I are both about to type something in the YouTube chat, so I'll let producer Brett do it instead.
I mean, that's just... All right, well, T. Luck says he could kick Chuck Norris's ass. That's impressive.
He put the LMAO, so I kind of figured that he's kidding.
Or maybe he's laughing his ass off because he's going to kick Chuck's. How to watch, Molson or Labatt? I mean, this isn't even a question.
All right, fight underway, round 1. Hakeem and Kyle.
Did you notice no touch of the gloves?
I noticed that. Kyle is in the blue shorts. Hakeem is in the grayish-white, I'll call them. More gray.
All right, we don't have to be technical.
I try and be accurate here.
This is a featherweight fight, Tom. Both coming in at 145 pounds. Pretty stacked up, but Dawodu does have the advantage when it comes to reach. So I'm going to be interested to see how that one goes.
Hakeem's legs are chiseled in such a way that like his knees kind of shrink in and then his thighs explode. Like it's almost like a video game where like you go in and you adjust the sliders and turn their thighs all the way up and like their calves all the way up and just like it looks disproportionately large.
He looks like the fighter that I made in UFC 2009.
Yeah.
Oh, do you hear the national anthem?
There you go.
Do you hear that? Oh, nope, now it's the now they're singing
350 in the fight here, frankly, has not been that much action so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's been...
A couple of punches has been thrown, but I'm not reading any damage taken yet on either side. So, a very slow start here to this undercard fight.
I mean, both of these guys, or I know Bochniak, he fought in the UFC, in the, what's the television show? Ultimate Fighter.
Throw there from Hakeem.
A kick. I mean,
Kyle's trying to go low with the legs here more so.
They're just going to slap each other.
Again, folks, you'll be able to bet on these odds in between the rounds on BetDSI. Here were your pre-round odds. Hakeem was your favorite, -200. Kyle plus 150. A couple of blows being landed here now, but very slow starting match. Very different than what we saw in the first round, Mitch. Or in the first fight of the undercard where we saw a very quick round and just punches after punches.
Yeah, which, I mean, I think what we kind of saw, I mean, we were just saying that, you know, Kyle, his last 5 fights have gone the entire distance, so I think that's just how this one's ultimately going to end up going.
Yeah, we were expecting a slower, kind of more dragged out fight. That's what we've seen so far. A couple blows there, but there haven't been any of those big connecting blows that we saw a lot of earlier.
The one thing that I've noticed, though, I mean, Kyle's definitely worried about a knockout from Dawodu, and he's actually switched up his stance multiple times already, trying to give Dawodu, I think, different looks, because if Dawodu's a powerful fighter and he is a knockout guy, and I think Kyle ultimately knows, so he just got hit there.
Yeah, he tried to go with a leg kick and just got pushed back.
Yep.
Manhandled because of the lack of reach he has versus Hakeem.
But time and control is literally 0-0 right now.
Been very, very even so far. There's just been a very slow back and forth. 2 minutes to go now in round 1. A couple of strikes for each side, but there's just been a slow and steady wins the race, right? That's
I guess,
what it is.
but Kyle, I'm almost curious to. I mean, Kyle's like trying to take out his legs. I mean, both fighters. Oh, there's a few punches.
A couple blows there, up high. They gave Hakeem 3 on that one, actually.
Oh.
Good contact there. All right.
What happened? I didn't see it.
I'm not sure. I think Hakeem got him a little bit higher than he had planned or something. Either way, there was some sportsmanship there to pause for a half second.
Gotcha. They just said they both wear metal cups.
Ow.
So that's what happened. So
Yeah.
I think he hit him in the genitals and just said, all right, well
Oh, Kyle takes down Hakeem, but Hakeem hops right back up. That was your best part of the fight so far. 50 seconds to go here in round 1.
yeah, hands down.
Good form tackle right there.
Oh, that's a good.
Wrapped him up and drove him down.
Looked like Leighton Vander Esch.
There you go.
But I'll say that, I mean, not a lot of action,
This
but
is a little bit more control here for Kyle as he's up to 40 seconds now. As he's really taken over this last 20 seconds or so.
yeah, there's only 30 seconds left here in round 1. Not a lot of action, I'll say the first 4 minutes, but looks like they're finally engaging with each other a little bit, and I'm going to say that Kyle's won round 1.
He had that takedown. I think that's been the difference so far here with 15 seconds to go in round 1.
Ultimately, though, a pretty boring first round, but
Slow and steady.
we did see in the last fight, round 1 a little boring,
Yeah.
and then fireworks.
And that should be the end here of round 1. Yes, it is.
End of round 1.
41-second time and control there for Kyle over Hakeem.
Which you can see the displeasure in Dawodu's face right there, which I'm interested to see what these updated BetDSI odds are going to be once they come in.
Some change here. Here are your
little bit of
updated
change.
odds. Hakeem minus 175, Kyle plus 133. So Hakeem is still your favorite,
Okay.
but it did drop down a little bit more there, which I think makes sense. And again, folks, if you want to get in on this action, go do it right now. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code LIVE120 gets you a 120% deposit bonus. Put down $50, they're going to give you 60 for free. Put down 100, they're going to give you 120. Put down $500, they're going to give you 600 extra bucks to bet with on BetDSI, but you got to use that promo code LIVE120 at chatsports.com/bet.
More importantly, if you make your bet, slide in my DMs at Mitchell Renz 365, and Tom's going to punch me.
How hard am I punching you this time?
That's up for you. Honestly, if somebody puts down $50 on BetDSI, if I get a black eye, I've had worse. Can
All
I
right,
work? I don't know.
round 2 underway here. Hakeem and Kyle in your undercard fight.
We get the makeup team to make me look decent.
Little good punch there from Hakeem, but not much.
In terms of better hits, though, I mean, they are saying Dawodu has landed more hits. He's saying he's landed 44, 46 compared to only 16 by Kyle, but when you look at just time and control, I mean, Kyle's got the clear advantage in time and control of this fight. Significant strikes. Dawodu's got 22. Bochniak's got 12.
Just under a minute into round 2 here. Still, as we expected, a much more slower match than what we saw to lead off the undercard tonight.
Yeah.
As Kyle gets a little bit aggressive there, and a much more patient approach from both fighters as well, frankly.
Yeah, well, I'm almost curious, though, if this one does go all 5 rounds, from like the way the judges are scoring this fight, I mean, Dawodu's got more significant strikes, and his strike count now is it's more than double compared to what Kyle's is, and I don't know if Kyle wants to really get into that. He had 1 takedown, but is that 1 takedown going to be enough compared to all these extra strikes that Dawodu is landing? And he got another takedown.
I think that the takedowns are going to be key there.
He needs them. But it's a takedown, but it's not leading to anything. I mean,
Yeah.
it's literally a tackle, and then he gets right back up,
Yeah.
which,
Ooh, good blow there from Hakeem. Got a little punch in there on the face. But still, what this does kind of feel like we're trending towards a technical decision here. Or a decision, I should say.
see, I'm glad. I like technical decisions, but I don't at the same time. I wish they would make every single fight. Is there a way we could get it like college football? Or maybe like they got to tie an arm behind their back or something like that, and second overtime you go just legs. Like, we need blindfold them. We need
You can't have the guys beat their bodies up too badly here now.
I like wins, and I want to see an actual win. I don't want to see down to a decision.
All right, midway point of round 2. Again, still very even so far. Takedowns definitely do favor Kyle, but Hakeem has landed more blows so far. A couple of nice blows there from Kyle to get back into it.
I mean, when you look at just stats in this year, Tom, both these fighters, Dawodu, 6 of his wins have come by knockout, and we haven't seen even a slight chance that he's been able to knock him out. He has been, I think, what you look at in terms of just, I think he looks quicker than Kyle, but Kyle's keeping his distance. It just looks like neither one of these fighters wants to make a mistake.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. They're all being extremely cautious, I'd say.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Hakeem tried to throw a little leg kick there, but did not make contact. Minute 40 to go in round 2 now. If Kyle had another 2 or 3 inches on his length, he would have landed some blows tonight. But he's just been off by a little bit. Shut up, Mitch.
Oh, man. Oh, that's funny.
Minute 20 to go now in round 2. Dawodu and Bochniak. Every time one of those ends up getting a blow here, it feels like they just immediately get countered or kind of minimized by the amount of force behind it.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the blue, Dawodu, he's in the gray. And right now they're in the center of the octagon, which is a huge monster sign. I wonder if they could fit any more freaking logos in this octagon. Makes me want to throw up.
50 seconds left as Bochniak tries to go for a takedown, but doesn't get any strength behind his attempt and just ends up
against the
dancing with him into the cage.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, Bochniak has tried several times to take him down, and it's just he's been able to take him down twice.
Good leg contact there from
but
Dawodu.
Ultimately not leading to anything. Yeah, the speed of Dawodu is...
He's faster. Both guys try to go for a big cut there, but didn't really make much contact.
I mean, we've seen it, though. Another takedown attempt, and it's defended really well. There's under 10 seconds now. I think both of these fighters are starting to get tired.
Time and control continues to favor Bochniak. It'll be at about a minute here, I think, by the end of this round. As round 2 ends, still really no. I don't think there's been really a clear-cut winner so far.
I mean, in terms of
maybe I'm wrong there.
In terms of time and control, I mean, it's definitely favored Kyle, but in just overall strikes, like, I mean, Kyle has taken literally 3 times the amount.
The bet DSI odds have drastically changed, so maybe they do feel pretty good about a decision winner here.
Wow.
Hakeem Dawodu minus 500 now. Kyle Bochniak plus 329. So maybe I was a little bit too kind to Bochniak there. Looks like Hakeem is your leader right now in terms of decisions.
I think it looks at strikes.
Strikes, yeah.
Dawodu has landed 89 compared to Kyle's 35. So at the end of the day, like, I mean, you're talking about basically tripling the amount of hits. And sure, we haven't seen a big hit. And I'll say the biggest part in the fight was in round 1 where Kyle did get a takedown. But what did that takedown actually lead to? I mean, this one just looks like they're going to just tiptoe to the finish line.
Dance around and end up finishing there. So round 3 coming up here again in just a second here. You still going to stick with Hakeem here? Or you're going to switch to Hakeem, excuse me, as round 3 now underway. I'll give you one last chance to come over to my side here.
Yeah, I guess, to be honest, I probably wouldn't switch at this point because I'd have to put so much money down in order to get my money back. But Dawodu, I just think at this point has got it. I mean, he's won 2 of his 8 wins, in his career have come by decision. Not too often do fights come down to decision, but Kyle, we've seen in the past, his last 5 fights have all come down to a decision. And he's won. Most of his wins actually come down to decisions. Just unfortunately, he does not look like he's going to win this one.
4:25 here to go in round 3 of this match. Hakeem Dawodu right now 112 to 42 based on the strike counters right now. So a pretty sizable advantage there, Mitch.
Yeah, and I think like that's what you're going to have to look at the end of the day. And
the takedowns do favor Kyle there, but. All right, super chat coming in here from Inverted Twinkie HD. First off, Great YouTube name. 10 out of 10. I absolutely love it. It says, drink that beer, Mitchell. Who you got in the main match?
Ooh, who do I got in the main?
Yeah, first off, drink your beer.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah. There you go. Finish it off.
Okay. Tom and I talked about this earlier. I really want to go with Holloway, who is 19-3, but I'm going to go with the pretty boy. I'm going to go with Ortega. I think Ortega's going to get the win.
I will go with Holloway then. We'll go different then. How about that? All right, 3:32 here still to go in the Dawodu-Bochniak matches. Dawodu again lands a nice knee blow there. Again, the strikes heavily favor Hakeem right now. He's your heavy betting favorite. Unless Bochniak can get something going here quickly, in the next 3 minutes, it's continues to trend more and more toward Hakeem Dawodu taking the win here. As Bochniak gets a takedown there.
That's a good takedown.
A good takedown. I think his best one of the night.
That one's going to stick, I think.
Yeah.
He's moving in.
He's trying to get that submission set up.
He's got a half guard. I mean, this might actually switch it up a little bit. Also, shout out to Robert Ragland. He's one of my loyal watchers from the Raiders. So shout out to you, man. I appreciate it.
This is a lot of control for Bochniak as well. He's now up to 2 minutes, while Dawodu actually has 0. Of course, controls pins and whatnot.
He lost it. Dawodu's going to be able to get up here.
Well, Bochniak's still going for it.
Yeah, we'll see Kyle Bochniak's corner.
Midway in round 3 now.
I think the real question is, does a fighter actually listen to the people in his corner?
I think so.
What?
I would, yeah. I mean, they're screaming at him now. It might be at times in one ear out the other, especially if it's a loud fight. But
so I never fought, obviously, but I did play baseball, and it just like reminds me of like when I'd be hitting, and it almost would be like some guy on second base telling me a curveball's coming. I didn't want to know. I just wanted to react.
You stealing signs, Mitch?
Oh, always. If you're playing baseball and you're not stealing signs, are you even trying, Tom?
I was very proud of myself when I stole the signs in grade school baseball.
It's like when it was
That was fun.
Steal, bunt. Those were our signs.
Minute 45 here in round 3. Bochniak's nose a little bit bloodied right now. Dawodu, he looks pretty clean so far, especially in the face. Like, I don't see any real blows taken so far from him. 135 to 65 in terms of strikes in favor of Hakeem.
Yeah, this one, I don't think I'm getting this one right.
I don't think you are either, my friend. Nice leg kick there from Hakeem. Minute 15 to go in round 3.
I think after this fight, I need a refill.
More beer for Mitch.
Yeah, we're going to need a refill. Is anybody else drinking beer? Can you let us know in the comments what you're drinking?
Minute to go in round 3 here. Dawodu Bochniak. Dawodu, excuse me. I think I've been pronouncing it wrong. My bad. Hakeem.
Hakeem.
40 seconds to go here in round 3 as they're just kind of dancing around the ring,
they look
ring
tired.
now. Well, I don't blame them. They have to be exhausted at this point. Nice punch there and nice kick there from Hakeem.
I think my favorite part, though, at
Bochniak
the end of this
slow.
fight is they're both going to raise their arms like we won.
But only one will.
And then they walk to the corner. Another takedown attempt here. He's just
weak one.
Kyle's tired.
Oh.
Took a nasty knee to the ribs there.
Ouch.
Also, inverted Twinkie likes my prediction.
Big right hook there from Hakeem. As Kyle tries to throw a couple late punches but doesn't make much contact. Hakeem there.
He's hurt.
Yeah, he got that bloody face right there. The nose and the lips and all kinds of bloody there for Bochniak. Hakeem, he put his arms up. Kyle did, and I think he knows he won.
Yeah.
We'll wait for the official decision here, but I feel pretty good that Hakeem won that fight, Mitch.
Yeah, Hakeem's going to get the win there, Tom. He's going to... Oh, man.
You got a spammer there, Mitch?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're going to hide him. Sorry, pal.
Let's see. So looking at some of these replays here, a couple nice hooks and some leg kicks there from Hakeem, and he just outplayed, or outfought, I should say, Kyle in this one.
I think
I used the wrong term there. I know. I'm sorry.
I think he beat him at his own game.
They're technically playing, so I'm not totally wrong.
Kyle's, I think, wanted to make this fight go the distance, be a little bit more technical, but I just think... Oh, that was a bad... At the very end of the fight,
Yeah.
Hakeem just lands a nasty kick to the ribs.
Yeah.
And that hurt Kyle.
Right underneath the ribs, the way his feet were pointing upward, like just caught underneath it.
That did not look fun for Kyle.
Oof.
Looks like these guys are getting their clothes put on. And we'll have a winner announced hopefully shortly, hopefully in the next minute. But judging by the faces and how everyone's talking, this one looks like it's Hakeem.
We are still awaiting the decision, but we feel pretty good about Hakeem winning this one, Mitch. So once we get that in, we'll let you guys know, but I would be stunned if it wasn't Hakeem.
And here come the scorecards. Judge's scorecard after 3 rounds. It was a split decision.
Yeah, Hakeem won in a split decision.
And he's pissed.
He's mad about that. He's not a happy camper, but Hakeem is your winner there. The first judge actually ruled it in favor of Bochniak, which I would not have guessed. But Hakeem Dawodu does win the match. He is your second undercard winner of the night.
Moves to 9-3.
2 for me, yeah. There you go.
Moves to 9-3. He's talking to Dana White right now. Or is that Dana White? Yeah, it's Dana White.
Isn't that Rogan?
Oh, that's Rogan. Yeah. Dana White's the
Yeah, other one.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
It's all right, buddy. So Hakeem is your winner there. So now, Mitch, we move to our next match of the night. What do we have coming up here? Not quite to our main fights yet.
Not to our main fight yet, but if you look at just pictures, Gunnar looks like he's like a 20-year-old schoolboy going up against Alex, and this is going to be one of those better fights, I think. When you're just talking about coming into it, Gunnar is, I think, fighting a little bit better right now, but the last time that he lost a fight was in 2017. But This is the thing. All right, this is the thing, though, for Gunnar. This is actually his first fight of 2018. He's been training for this fight
so it's cheating.
the entire year, which I think is interesting. But here's the thing that Gunnar's really good at, submissions.
Yeah.
Gunnar's last 10 wins have all come by submission.
Makes sense.
So don't be surprised here if Gunnar's going to be able to choke out Oliveira.
So I went to high school with a kid named Gunnar Nelson.
Is this him?
No, it is not.
Honestly, Tom, I think you look tougher than Gunnar Nelson.
You're wrong, but thank you.
Look, I mean, Gunnar, look at him.
He would beat my ass, Mitch.
I'm not saying he wouldn't, but I'm saying by a picture. I mean, this guy is the cowboy. He is terrifying. He is the 13th ranked contender, and he's only
Oliveira.
Here's the thing, though. Gunnar is a submission artist. Alex likes to knock you out, and only 5 of his 25 fights have gone the distance. I think this is going to end either in a sick knockout or a rear naked choke.
Could this be one of those types of fights where someone makes a mistake, they miss on a takedown, they miss on a big right hook or left hook, and the other guy counters and takes him down quickly?
I think if that's going to happen, it's going to be Gunnar. Now, I think when you're talking about strikers, Oliveira here, he's probably the better straight-up boxer, kickboxer. But don't let Gunnar, one thing that Gunnar's really good at doing is just sitting there and just kind of racking up the punches.
Yeah.
Racking up the punches. This year he's got a 57% strike percentage, which he's not going to knock you out. I mean, Gunnar has the power to, but he's going to try to just weigh you down.
Yeah.
He's going to try to get your hands down, and then he's going to try to tick you off where you're going to make a mistake, and then he's going to try to counter with the submission. So I'm going to say Gunnar's going to end up winning this fight, Tom. I'm going to type my N for Nelson, but I want to know from y'all, who's going to win this one? Type O for Oliveira or type N for Gunnar Nelson. Tom, I said before, I'm going to type my N. I just think this was going to be one of those fights that's going to come down to, I think Gunnar's fighting a little bit better right now.
I think that makes sense, and the odds definitely favor Gunnar Nelson. We'll get to those in a little bit here, but I'll preview this right now. The to win by submission is -105. And that's of all the different ways you can win. And BetDSI feels good about Nelson winning via a submission, which we've not seen tonight.
Yeah, we have not seen, but I think it's
at least in
we
the
can
undercard.
see. So the cowboy, that's Oliveira. He's
great nickname.
He has won his last 2 fights. He is 2-0 in his last 2 fights. But in his 5 losses, 3 of them have come to submission.
Common thread there.
Common thread there. But I think when you want to talk about just fighters and just being different, I think the first fight we saw, 2 big guys, heavy hitters, we knew there was going to be a knockout.
Yeah.
Second fight, we were like, okay, This one's probably going to go to the distance, which we predicted on that as well. They're just going to be a little bit longer standing. I think this is one where you got a guy who's going to go for a knockout and another fighter who's going to go for a submission, and there's going to be a mistake. And I'd be really surprised if this one goes the distance.
How many rounds are you thinking? 1 or 2?
I think this is going to be
or in the middle of 3, I suppose.
I'll say I actually think this is going to be a round 2. I think they're going to test each other out, kind of feel out the waters a little bit in that first round, and then the second round is when you start to see the fatigue start to set in and mental lapse,
when
and
mistakes
that's all
get
that's going
made.
to happen. So as soon as that mental lapse, somebody's gonna. I think Gunnar's going to choke him out.
All right, I like that. I think that's my prediction as well. Not that it's a huge surprise based on what we've seen so far in terms of the odds and all the projections, but I think that makes quite a bit of sense there.
Gunner's nickname is Gunny, which I absolutely love. But
it's a good nickname for a kid.
Born in Iceland.
Oh, with a name like Gunner, you don't really need a nickname. You're just Gunner. You don't need one.
That's true. Also, maybe my favorite thing about Gunnar, played hockey and played football growing up.
Okay.
But I think he decided that he's
tough as nails then. More beers.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you're from Iceland, you're just born tough as nails.
Yeah.
I needed a refill.
Thank you to producer Brett.
The other thing, though, interesting about this fight, I said Alex, he likes to swing for the haymakers. Gunnar's last loss was due to a knockout. He got put on his ass.
Robert has a very good point here in the comment section. Robert Ravlin says Nelson is a ground game expert.
Yep.
I think that's a very apt way of putting it.
This is, I think
Which I'm still in baseball mode, so I think, ground balls.
If Gunnar can get this fight to the ground, it's going to be Gunnar. But if Alex can make Gunnar stand up and try to spar with him, you're going to see Alex, I think, ultimately win this one. And I don't know if the Cowboy really wants to ground and pound with Gunnar.
The old ground and pound, love it. And so there are your betting odds over at BetDSI. Again, folks, you can get in on the action right now. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code LIVE120. It gets you an extra 120% deposit bonus. Mitch, put down 50, they're going to give you 60. Or be a big baller. What do you get if you put down 500 there?
You're going to get $600 full free.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, Tom. I wasn't a big baller. I did put down $100 on BetDSI, and I have yet to even get close to touching my deposit money.
That's good.
That's what I'm saying.
And oh, by the way, check your account, by the way, because you'll probably have some extra bonus money, because they'll give you money all the time.
Oh, yeah, I got like $20 or something like that for Thanksgiving.
They give me 30. They gave me extra money for Thanksgiving.
Gave you 30? Yeah. BetDSI. We're gonna have to talk.
What was the match that they gave? They gave me for one of the recent boxing matches.
They just gave you extra money.
They gave me extra $10. Yeah.
Well,
they only give it to the best bettors, Mitch.
You're actually better than I. A better.
That's when it was on my 6 or 5 game parlay streak.
How about the guy?
Which is falling apart now.
How about that guy who just won all that money?
Oh yeah. Do we have the name? Are we allowed to use that on air? No. Okay. Can't use that on air then.
We'll just delete that.
That's why I asked first.
That's a fair point. Yep.
Oh, okay. He won $69,000 on BetDSI in a parlay. Yeah.
Nice.
Doubly nice right there.
Yeah.
All of the nices. So you can win big bucks if you get hooked up with BetDSI. Again, chatsports.com/bet. Live120 is that promo code. It is in there in the comments section right now. All right, so more about this upcoming match here. Alex and Gunnar here. Let's look at the tail of the tape, Mitchell. Very similar to Stark here. Same heights, same weights, but the reach again is different. And this is why Alex tends to win more with knockouts and why Gunnar wins on the ground and wins in submissions, because Alex has 4.5 inches. I'm told that's a lot.
Yeah, 4.5 inches, Tom, can get you a lot of things. That's for sure. So I think, though, if Alex can get Gunnar to stand up and spar with him, I'm going to be surprised if Gunnar can hold him out. But Gunnar's just a really smart fighter, and I think he's going to really tire out Alex. He's going to get Alex frustrated, because I've seen in past matches with Alex, if he can't start landing some of those big hits, he's going to get ticked off, and then it's going to lead to frustration. And I just think Gunnar's going to be able to take him to the ground.
Mistakes, and you press and
choke him out. Like, Gunnar's not going to sit there and box, but again, it's the striking, 57% strike percentage. He's at least going to be able to make Alex worried about, okay, he's going to land hits.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Alex, I think, has to knock him out. When you look at Alex's career wins, he's got 19, 12 of which have come by knockout, and Gunnar's last loss was due to a knockout. But then when you're going to look at Gunnar, Gunnar's 16 wins, 11 of which have been to submission.
Very contrasting styles here.
And that's why this is going to be a fun one to watch. But Alex, 3 of his 5 losses due to submission. So I'm going to stick with my Gunnar prediction here. I think Gunnar's going to win this one by submission. Heck, I'll even call it in the round 2.
Let's see if these betting odds have changed at all. They have not yet, so your odds are still plus 131 for Alex, minus 147 for Gunnar Nelson. Here are the way things could end. The betting odds on BetDSI, the prop bets on how they think this fight will end and finish. Alex, no surprise here. His best bet is by KO or TKO or the DQ, plus 225.
Yep, I mean 12 wins. 12 wins in his entire career have been.
No belief in the submission route.
I will say this though, 4 of his wins have come by submission.
Okay.
But you're not many people are gonna choke out Gunnar. So I'd be surprised. And then decision in tech, I just don't think this fight's gonna go the distance. So, and then Gunnar sitting there with plus 400 by KO, TKO, or DQ. I'm actually kind of surprised. I mean, 400 I guess is okay, but I mean 4 of his wins have come by knockout. But it's submission. At the end of the day, I think this one's gonna come down to submission. And BetDSI agrees with us. I mean, minus 105 by submission. That is an outstanding number there. But 11 of his wins, 11 of his 16 wins have come to submission. And I think if there's one way that we've seen you be able to beat the Cowboy, it's by submission. So
that makes sense. All right, so again, the decision also kind of favors Gunnar Nelson. That's why he is your betting favorite right now. Again, his last 10 wins have come by submission. That's how he's going to win tonight if he does end up pulling it off.
I think that when you look at Gunnar, I mean, a lot of these fighters are like very notorious, I'll say, for trying to cut weight. Gunnar just doesn't like to cut weight, and when I like read about him a little bit more, he's just kind of an oddball, dude. Like he fights and spars without like wraps on his hands. He just doesn't like it. He likes small gloves. Heck, before the fight, he even said that he would rather fight without gloves. He's just a tough dude from Iceland. Just a tough dude from Iceland.
The Cowboy very fittingly is wearing a cowboy hat as he walks out into the cage there. Yellow shorts tonight for Alex. Also has his Brazil flag as well tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if yellow
checks out, right?
I don't know if yellow was a good choice. I'm more worried about his bull coming out. This is a risk. He's feeling himself.
Phrasing again.
I can say it. It's fine. He's having a good time. I'll give him that. Even though, like, in the picture, I mean, just looking at that picture, it looks like a 17-year-old going up against a 42-year-old man.
It does. It really does.
And they're the same age.
Yeah. Go figure, right? All right, so again, you can get in on the action for a couple minutes more here on the bet. Alex versus Gunnar, plus 131, minus 147. The Cowboy versus Gunny.
Cowboy versus Gunny. I'm going Gunny. I like Gunny in this one.
I am too.
I think Gunny kind of looks like Tom.
I can see it. I can kind of see it. I can see it a little bit.
Only in that picture, though.
Let me see if I can get the hair right. Hold on.
Only in the picture. It's more. Yeah, you need to start. You just got to have this right here.
Yeah, I have to really kind of grow this
like
out
Alex.
and get rid of this.
Are you watching, James?
Oh, you're insane.
We have fun.
All right, folks, let us know who you got in this fight. Do you have Oliveira? Do you have Nelson? Let us know in the comment section. Again, Alex is the underdog. The Cowboy is not the favorite tonight. That is Gunnar Nelson. Type O for Oliveira and N for Nelson. Oliveira, excuse me.
We got Austin Hagen chiming in. He's saying the Cowboy's going to win.
All right, I like it.
In the second round.
I like it.
Can you tell me why?
Bonus points for picking the round, though. I always appreciate that.
How's he going to knock him out?
Tell you what, he's got the cockiness tonight. He's smiling, he's dancing around, he's feeling good.
I think it's because he looks across and he sees a 12-year-old he's getting ready to fight in Gunnar Nelson.
But you picked Nelson to win.
I think Gunny's a good fighter. But yeah, he's having a good time.
Oh God.
Oh my Lord, you might see him at Concrete Cowboy later. Holy hell. He's just going crazy.
He enjoys fighting, clearly.
I
Which
mean,
I would hope. Yeah, you would hope that.
I mean, some of these guys get sick enjoyment out of like hurting themselves and other people, but he's having fun. I think that's what we should start doing before we get on shows.
Dancing.
Wearing spandex, just dancing a little bit. We get some walkout music. I'll rock yellow.
All right. I already see some comments coming in for our women's welterweight fight later on tonight. We'll get to that later on. Don't you guys worry, that's coming up in the very near future, so stay tuned for that one. That is actually our next fight, or flyweight. It's a flyweight fight, not welterweight. My bad.
And the tail of the tape. Dude, Bruce Buffer. If I had a voice like Bruce Buffer, oh my lord. Fighting out of the blue corner.
Commenters seem to be favoring the Cowboy right now. Cade Barton picked the Cowboy in the first round. Robert Ragland says the Cowboy's going to be a tough out.
I think they just clearly watch your Cowboys report. I think that's what they think. They see Cowboy and they're just typical Cowboys
I do have some
fan.
late changing odds here before the start of this match for you guys. The Cowboy is now plus 125. Gunnar Nelson is now minus 164. So those are your up to the second BetDSI betting odds. Gunnar Nelson still your betting favorite right now.
He should be. I think both fighters very good at what they do. I mean, Alex, he's had 25 fights, 5 of which have gone the distance. So he's going to want to try to end fights quick. But I just think Gunnar is at least a good enough striker and a good enough sparrer to at least be able to compete with Alex, where if Alex goes to the ground with Gunnar, he just doesn't have the skill set to be able to just deal with Gunnar and all his different, abilities to be able to choke you the fuck out.
All right, so we are getting set here for round 1, Nelson versus the Cowboy.
I would let her choke me out.
Oh, God, Mitch.
I would, in a heartbeat.
He's talking about the ring girl again. He's being inappropriate, Brett. I kid. All right, Alex. Alex is in the yellow shorts. Nelson's in the gray. A lot of non-moving here. 20 seconds in.
Both fighters, though, going with a very wide base, and Gunnar's going for an early takedown. Some really, really rough
wicked elbows, yeah.
But Gunnar's going for the takedown right away.
Strikes in favor of Alex to start 3-2.
Alex is going really good defense. Really interesting thing that Alex is doing, though, the Cowboy, is he's hitting Gunnar in the back of the head with numerous elbows.
Yeah.
And the Cowboy's elbows are literally pins. Like, they look like
they're
needles.
bony.
Oh, my Lord. No, we can't say bony with this guy.
Nelson almost flipped him over there, and now they're going to break that up.
Oh, so when Gunnar tried to pick him up, he tried to put his feet on the back of his cage.
Yeah, so
you can't.
The Cowboy grabbed the cage to try and use himself as leverage, and the ref stopped that in. So that actually might have been why he didn't get flipped.
Interesting.
So Nelson got the position back to start this resuming of the fight. 3:45 to go in round 1. As they continue to grapple along the edge of the cage here.
So
yes, producer Brett's making the I'm bored sound, and yes, I agree. We're a minute and a half in and don't have very much right now.
I will say, though, that I think just like with him grabbing a hold of the cage, if it's that blatant to me, they should make a rule in the UFC where they should almost put him on the ground like they do in rest. Oh, he's got him on his
Nelson
back.
had him in a choke, but looks like the Cowboy gets out of it briefly.
There's 3 minutes left in this. He's in a body triangle right now. It's not looking too good for the Cowboy. And Gunnar's...
Nelson has the advantage right now. The strikes still kind of are pretty even a little bit here, but really in favor of the Cowboy. But the timing control is almost 2 minutes now for Nelson.
Yeah. See, the thing is that Gunnar's got him in. He's just got him in an entire triangle. And he's in trouble.
Ooh,
and now he's landing some big hits here, Gunnar is.
2:40 to go in round 1.
But when you're able to put somebody in this body triangle, and being as experienced as what Gunnar is, I mean, you can see Alex right now. He's hurting. He's trying to get out of it.
Trying like hell to get out, but
Gunnar's just hitting
Nelson
him in
has
the face.
some great leg strength. The Cowboy's trying to go up high and get Nelson in the face to get out of this hold, but Cowboy's trying to flip it around here. Yeah. 2:10 to go here. This is a good ground battle right now going on.
I will say this, so this is probably taking out a lot of energy out of
Cowboy
Gunnar.
gets out and lands a huge blow to the face of Nelson. A couple more now.
And now he has side control. I'm interested to see if he's going to try to keep him down on the ground. He does. He's
blow
landing some
after
big
blow
hits.
to the face of Nelson.
I want to almost see if he's going to say, all right, get up, Gunnar.
Minute 45 as the Cowboy trying to land blow after blow to the face of Nelson. The Cowboy landing all kinds of strikes now. Minute 35 to go in round 1. Nelson trying to go back into the submission hold here.
I mean, Gunnar's taken 20 hits, 10 critical hits, compared to Alex has only taken 2 hits. But in terms of control, I mean, time of control is still in the favor of Gunnar. But, I mean, from the first 2-3 minutes of this fight, Tom, I would have said Gunnar had it easily. And now it is some big hits.
Blows from the Cowboy here. Minute 10 to go. Well, this has been a hell of a first round in this fight, Mitch. Wicked blows here. Nelson's got to get up off the ground here. He's just taking a beating right now, under a minute to go.
I mean, now you're definitely...
His nose is bloodied as hell. Which, I mean, that makes sense. He's taking blow after blow to the face.
I mean, you're definitely seeing now, like, the reach advantage. I mean, that 4.5 inches is definitely taking its toll right now on Gunnar. I would have said Gunnar won the round
now throwing
one,
some
but
body blows into Gunnar here. 35 seconds to go on round 1 as the Cowboy falls down, and now Nelson might be able to get control here on the ground.
He's got a straight ankle lock right now, but I don't think he can do anything with this position.
They both just kind of look tangled up here. I'm not sure any of them are going to be able to do much here. Cowboy trying to get out of it. 15 seconds to go in round 1. This,
I think they're just going to try to...
This might be the end of round 1. They might settle for a draw. Nelson got a little blow to the face there, the Cowboy, but
yep.
I think that's going to be it for round 1 here. We'll see what those odds look like, but a very fascinating round 1 there, Mitchell. We have some massive changes here. Give me a second to get these in for you guys, but maybe not a surprise after what we saw in round 1 here for the Cowboy and Gunny.
Like I said, I mean, that first 2.5 minutes dominated by Gunnar, and then wow.
Yeah. I mean, just body blow after body blow. Really, not body blow. Head blow after head blow in round 1 there in favor of the Cowboy. The time and control was pretty even, but after that midway point, it was punch after punch after punch in favor of the Cowboy. He has busted up Nelson's nose pretty badly.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely seeing why these fighters kind of take it. Their fights end quickly. And I mean, Alex has had only 5 of his fights have ever gone the distance of his 25. And what I really saw that was interesting is Gunnar had the control, but then as soon as the Cowboy got out of it, he was just on top of him and just landing big strike after big strike. So pretty interesting here.
Yeah. We're waiting here now for round 2 to start up of this fight again. Oliveira right now is your heavy favorite after really that second half of round 1 just dominating in impressive fashion. So 5 minutes to go now in round 2. Nelson had a good run there when he got that early takedown, but the Cowboy flipped it and then just took advantage, just beating on Nelson.
Yeah, he was just standing over top of him, and I just think when you look at the reach, like he has such a reach advantage. Gunnar's trying to push him away, but he's pinned up there against the cage, and I mean, Alex just keeps landing big hit after big hit.
I find Gunner's stance a little bit unorthodox because he doesn't really have much defensive. His arms are just kind of hanging down loose. I mean, it clearly works
I think it's one of those, like, he's almost trying to entice him to come in closer. Trying to entice him so
he can grapple, yeah.
Because now they're grappling again.
Up against the cage here.
But I would say Alex has got him pinned. I'll say this. I mean, Alex has hung with Gunnar, which a lot of fighters are unable to do, but...
The Cowboy's got some blood on the back of his right arm, but I think it's actually from Nelson's nose. And it's not actually the Cowboy that's been cut.
So Robert's chiming in and saying Alex tends to run out of gas. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, but...
You know, Nelson's face is continuously bleeding here. They tried to patch it up in between the fight, but did not really work out for him. So
I mean, go figure.
3:45 now to go in round 2 as they've both kind of slowed down. Nelson is actually bleeding pretty badly right now.
Yeah, he's bleeding heavily. Going for a takedown here is...
Yeah. Well, what we saw in round 1 was when Oliveira had that high ground, he had the reach to just land punch after punch after punch.
Some guy... I have no idea. Can we look that up?
Yeah, I did not see who the ref was in that one. Let's see if I can look it up for you guys.
Rob, we're looking, man. We'll get it.
down goes Austin Hagen, by the way, is your referee tonight. Oh, it's not? What are you doing there? Oh, Austin is the guy commenting? My bad. My bad, Austin. As Nelson now has...
Full mount.
Look at all that blood. I'll look up, see if we can find the ref for you.
We'll get you the ref name, guys. Hang on, Tom's looking it up.
I didn't pay attention pre-match. It's my bad.
I mean, he's sitting in there full mount, but both of these guys aren't really looking to try to do too much. I'd be interested to see here if he tries to go into like a little bit more of a side control. That's where you see Gunnar really take advantage of a lot of his fights. Mm-hmm. But he's in near guard here. I mean, this is more for like I would say a fighter who's looking to strike, and mm-hmm. I just don't think Gunnar is looking really to strike at this point. I mean, he has not shown any.
Just kind of racking up control time at this point. That's really all that he has in favor of him right now. Again, the blows heavily.
He is moving up higher.
Heavily favor.
So a lot of times when Gunnar can get up really high on his fighters, he tries to go for his triangle, which is, oh.
Well, the Cowboy has the reach. He's able to still get a couple blows in here. Minute 45 to go in round 2 here. Cowboy trying to get out of this pin. A couple of blows to the head here for Nelson.
There's only a minute 30, and I think when you're talking about fighters at this level, for Gunnar to be able to choke him out, I mean, it would have to be quick, but for him to get a triangle at this point with only a minute 20,
yeah.
I don't think he's going to be able to get, I mean, they're going to have to try to do something, but who's won round 2, Tom?
I think it's Nelson just because he's been in control. He's been, on top of the Cowboy for so long, but it definitely has not been as impressive as the Cowboys was. He lands a nice blow there.
Big elbow.
Another elbow.
Another
right there
big
for
elbow
Nelson.
to the face. Cowboy's hurt a little. He is bleeding.
His head is busted open.
Holy
real
shit.
Bad. My
They might call the fight.
They gotta blow that. They're gonna do it. Yeah. That is a wicked.
He's gushing blood.
Wow. Yeah. That's a wicked blow there from Nelson.
That's at
and
least
they've called the match.
40 stitches. Holy shit.
If you don't like blood, do not watch this match.
Oh my lord.
My goodness. Just like that.
And
they gotta stop. Wow.
That was an incredible elbow. Mm-hmm. Incredible elbow to the forehead of the Cowboy, and that was it.
I just go figure that match flipped in a matter of seconds.
I mean, that's,
and that's the nature of
yeah, but
of
that's not how I thought the fight would end. I mean, we were saying, I said, like, if there's going to be somebody that knocks him out, I mean, sure, he didn't get knocked out, but the amount of blood, and that's just a laceration.
Right here, right in between the eyebrows.
And just the amount of, like, when I say blood, there's blood
that is gushing.
Literally squirting out
That's
of his
going to
forehead.
take a significant amount of time to actually clean up a little bit there. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't blow that one earlier. Credit to the Cowboy for not quitting amid that, but damn.
I mean, the amount of blood that is just coming out of his forehead is just substantial.
That was a hell of an ending there as Gunnar Nelson wins against the Cowboy. Whew. For those wondering, by the way, to win by KO or TKO is plus 400 for Gunnar Nelson. So if you had bet on that, you would have made a pretty penny on BetDSI.
Wow.
Wow, what a blow.
That's a lot of blood.
They still have been unable to stop the blood flow, actually.
Well, I am 2-1 so far. But I did not think Gunnar would win by knockout.
3-0. So Gunnar Nelson wins via knockout. A wicked elbow to the head of the Cowboy. Busted open, and the refs call and the official calls the match, and rightfully so.
I don't know if I mean, it looked like even Gunnar was getting ready to choke him out, but
I think that was the plan, was to hit him a couple times with the elbow to the head and then go into the choke out. But because of all the blood, they're like, okay,
all right, yeah, we gotta end this.
He had set up for the submission, but he was too good at leading up to it.
Holy shit, that was a lot of blood.
So Gunnar Nelson takes the victory here, and an impressive one in that one.
I've been watching Dexter on Netflix, and there's a lot of murdering in that, a lot of blood. Not even close to what I just saw on UFC 231. Oh my lord, that was sick.
Very, very impressive there.
Said Gunnar right now is talking about the fight. He said that the fight was a bit of a scrap. He actually didn't plan on it ending the way it did.
Makes sense. So actually, via UFC themselves, they're actually saying this was a submission victory.
I'm telling because at the end of the fight, it looked like he started to choke him out, but
maybe he tapped out then at that point. Okay,
maybe.
So it's a submission victory, not a KO. My bad. Submission victory.
Well, that means I definitely won my
So you won doubly there.
Yeah.
Our bad, folks.
I'm interested to see if that's actually how it was, because like, I think that I thought they ended the fight before the actual submission, because I saw at the end like he did get him in a rear naked choke, but then I thought the fight was already called before that.
That's what I thought, but I didn't see the submission at all. But that's what
interesting.
That's what the UFC is saying. Might have some connection there, but here's one more time that look at that elbow, just brutal. Producer Brett just saw for the first time.
I mean, it's one of those things like it's an
wicked.
Instant, and then they're showing him because Gunnar right now has him in the choke. Watch, you'll see Gunnar has him in the choke. The fight's still going on. I think they called it because he doesn't tap.
Well, he might have tapped, but the official got in the way. So where there might have been the tap motion, the ref is blocking the main camera view. So there might have been one. Either way, you know, UFC says it's a submission from that chokehold. But either way, it's a win for Gunnar Nelson and a damn impressive one too.
Damn impressive one. That one was pretty lopsided. Or I shouldn't say lopsided. It was this way, that way,
and then a quick
blood.
flip.
Oh my blood! Like when I'm saying like blood. Alex is literally laying over, and you can see it just pouring out of his forehead. That was insane. That was awesome.
Our next match, not quite to the title fight, but we do have, or to the main card fight. We do have a title fight, though. The women's flyweight title, Mitchell, coming up next. And what actually could be a hell of a fight, too.
And it's two women, and both of their names are a mouthful.
Yeah. We're going to try.
We got Valentina. We got Valentina. Her nickname is the Bullet. And it's
a great nickname.
Valentina Shevchenko. Is and then she's the Bullet and the heavy favorite. This chick likes to fight. I mean, just straight up, she's a fighter. Like 2-1 or 2-0 as a professional boxer. Tom, 56-2 as a professional kickboxer, and 15-3 in the MMA. You don't want to fight this chick. Like,
no.
You hit like a girl. This is the kind of girl you want to hit like. Straight up. I mean, Team Tiger Muay Thai, age 30. Really interesting stat here. Shevchenko has actually gone up against her competitor. I'm just going to call her JJ because that's her nickname.
Much easier.
3 times and has won all 3 of those, but she's beat her in Muay Thai before both of these women got into the UFC. And then here's JJ, as she likes to be called, but she used to be the Starweight champion in 2015. Then she returned to the Flyweight this year, actually, in September 2018. So I'll be interested to see how she deals with the weight change. But when you listen to both of these women, like they know they used to battle in Muay Thai, but both of them can both fight. Like, I don't know. Like this is going to be, I think, one of the better fights. I think when you just look at overall production, 1-1 in 2018, but 5 of her last 6 fights have gone the distance. When I'm talking about the tail of the tape here, though, when I look at this, age 30 to 31, height is very similar, weight is the exact same, reach does favor Valentina, and the record. Interesting note here about JJ. She's actually lost to the same fighter twice. So if you're not Rose Namajunas, and that's probably the wrong pronunciation, but she's only lost to Rose in her entire tail of the tape. So, hey, this is going to be a good fight ultimately. And then Valentina, we can see her bringing up here, wins by KO. She's got 4, but 7 wins have been by submission. Wins by decision is 4. If I'm going to put my money on how I think this fight's going to ultimately go, I think it's going to go the distance. JJ has shown 5 of her last 6 fights, again, have gone the distance where she is 4-2. And then same with the Bullet. I mean, her fights go the distance a lot, but wins by KO 4, wins by submission 1, wins by decision 10. She's won 10 of her fights by decision. I think this one's going to go the distance, but I think it's going to ultimately be Valentina.
Well, the BetDSI odds agree with you in a big way. Actually, a heavy favorite tonight is Valentina the Bullet, minus 303. If you're feeling good about Valentina or JJ, get in on the action. BetDSI over to chatsports.com/bet. and use that promo code LIVE120. It gets you a 120% deposit bonus. Put down $50, they're going to give you 60. Put down 100, they're going to give you 120. Put down 500, be a big baller like Mitch is, they'll give you 600 extra bucks to bet with on BetDSI.
Guys, you're not going to find a better promo code either, so stop waiting. People are like, oh, what if something better comes out? No. You're not going to find a better promo code.
You're not.
BetDSI, thanks for hooking us up.
Yeah. All right, so you have Valentina as well?
I'm
That's
going
the way
Valentina.
I'm going to.
Yeah, I think you're
both great fighters,
I
obviously.
think you're just going in this copycat thing. I think it's like, hey, Mitch, give your prediction, and then I'm Tom.
Excuse you, I am 3-0 tonight. Yeah, you're 2-1.
Here we go,
sir. Granted, I've all picked the favorites all night long, but still, I'm right.
We can have some fun. Yeah, I think Valentina, though, she's going to ultimately come out on top on this one. But I'd be surprised if she's ever on top, Tom.
Not going to engage in that one. Again, we'll have updated odds here throughout the fight. So far, minus 303, Valentina is your favorite. JJ plus 239. See some comments flowing in here. Robert's thinking that JJ is going to come out on top. Joanna.
I hope. I would love to see it ultimately, but
I don't think this will be a quick bet. And Robert, if you're feeling good about your pick, go bet. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code LIVE120 gets you a 120% deposit bonus. Put down 50, they're going to give you 60. Put down 100, they're going to give you 120. Put down 500, they're going to give you 600 extra bucks. So even if you're wrong, you still got plenty of extra money to bet with on BetDSI. But you got to use that promo code LIVE120 at chatsports.com/bet.
And I just put it in the comments section below. So if you're kind of lazy like me, just click on that link. It'll take you right there. And if you guys have any other questions, hell, slide in my DMs, slide in Tom's. You can slide in Tom's DMs at Mitchell Renz 365.
Oh, stop it, Mitch.
And then,
one time I do that.
Twice on the one show.
One show, and it was more than twice.
Twice.
I'll put our
great deal. Yes, it is, Rob. It's a great deal. The best deal.
All right, so once again, folks, this is for the UFC Flyweight Women's Championship.
I love chips.
I do too. Don't you? Who doesn't love chips, you know?
Barbecue chips over plain. Sour cream or barbecue. Yes, also, this is a women's fight, so this one is going to be 5 rounds. The first 3 fights were 3 rounds, and then this fight is 5 rounds. It's so with championship stakes round, this one's going to be 5 rounds. So.
Championships go the extra 2 rounds there.
Correct.
Extra important.
Also, the last 2 fights that were scheduled for 5 rounds, but from the Bullet, she is only 1-1. So, and she's also 3-2 in her last 5 fights. So maybe she's not at the top of her game. Maybe BetDSI is a little too cocky here for Valentina. That's what I'm saying.
All right, tail of the tape here. Valentina, 1 year younger, although I'm sure it's kind of more of a months thing there. A little bit shorter in terms of height, but has the reach advantage by an extra 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
So I think that the tail of the tape does tend to lean more towards in favor of Valentina.
No,
the Bullet.
I agree. I think that's why she is such a heavy favorite. They're showing on screen right now, actually, their previous fights in Muay Thai. So, again, Shevchenko has actually won 3 fights against JJ before, but they were in Muay Thai events about 10 years ago, actually.
Still counts.
Still counts. Not to their UFC record, but I guess in terms of women and how many times that these 2 have fought, yeah, it's 3-0 for Shevchenko.
All right, so let us know, folks, who do you have winning? Type S for Shevchenko, and I think I've got it right. We'll see if I'm going to try it, Mitch. I'm going to try it, all right? Type J for Jedrzejczyk. Jedrzejczyk, something like that. Probably wrong, so if one of you guys in the comments has the correct pronunciation, feel free to correct me and call me an idiot. I promise I won't take it personally.
I think the real question here, Tom, is, but would you?
Win a fight? No, I would lose in a heartbeat.
That's not what I meant.
I know.
Would you?
You going to put that in the comment section for him?
But would you? And if you guys know what I'm talking about,
just put it in there.
Literally just put it in there. But would you?
Well, I'm getting married, so no.
Honestly, if she came up to you and said, "You're gonna," I don't think you'd have a choice.
Oh God, Mitch.
You're gonna lose that one, Tom.
You're killing me tonight. You're killing me tonight. Robert says why.
That's what's up, Robert.
Oh God.
Robert would probably go with a rear naked choke if I had to guess. No? Rob says he's all in. That's what's up. Balls deep, Rob. I love it.
Talking about BetDSI, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's a big baller.
All right, again, here are your betting odds. Valentina, the Bullet, is the heavy favorite, minus 303. I'm waiting for the fully updated odds here right before the match that we'll get, but these were your earlier today betting odds on BetDSI.
King Na says Valentina is going to destroy the Boogie Woman. And if you're that confident, I would say go to chatsports.com/bet.
Austin's comment.
I don't, what is... Robert ground and pound. I freaking love you guys. Triangle choke son from Austin. You guys are fucking awesome.
You guys are great.
Oh, that's funny as hell. Ground and pound. Oh. Real question is though, would you be doing the grounding or the pounding? Oh man. We appreciate you guys weighing in. This is why we love what we do. Is you guys make our lives much more enjoyable. That's
some
for
of
sure.
pizza now.
That's for sure. Pizza.
Yeah.
Papa John's.
Good pizza. Papa's? Is that okay?
To watch the fight. People.
Thanks, Kata. I bet isn't even your real name.
I remember the first time I tried to post a stream. I remember my first beer. Well, Matthew, believe it or not, BetDSI, they're a sponsor, and we can't do what we do unless we have a sponsor.
True.
So I'd probably get submitted.
It means two things.
That means two things. I mean, having BetDSI on our show, guys, is a lot like having commercials on a TV. It has to happen.
Yeah. And again, Valentina versus JJ, the Bullet. What a great nickname, by the way.
Oh, it's a phenomenal
Easily
nickname.
one of the best ones we've had tonight, if not the outright best.
She's got a quick trigger, Tom.
Ah, I like that. That's
Quick
good.
trigger.
That's good. I like that. I like that.
Age 30, though, and then you got JJ here. She's 31. She's actually right now praying, and she is really getting into the zone. I mean, both these women, though, they are top-notch fighters. Like,
I'm excited about this fight.
I don't think like people realize this. Like, these women are both like some like the two, or I think they're like both in the top 10 in terms of like overall UFC like rankings. But in terms of just, I mean, this is a title fight. Like, both these women are at the top of their game, and I'm telling you, I mean, it's probably going to go the distance. 5 rounds is probably a little bit more than what I would like to see, but
Yeah.
hey, you never know.
Jeremy has Valentina winning in a 4th round TKO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeremy.
Get your comments in there like Jeremy. It's always fun.
Joanna takes another L here. Okay, okay.
All right, so some extra BetDSI odds in terms of how they're going to win. Jeremy, if you want to bet, you feel good about the TKO for Valentina, go bet on it. Plus 350. Heck of a lot better odds than the minus 309 for just an outright win.
Yeah.
You get specific, you get better odds out there, folks.
That's interesting. I'll put the link in the comment section there.
There you go.
For all y'all. Valentina by submission is at plus 375. Decision or tech is at plus 350. I think if this one's going to go down to a decision, I think it's just probably going to be Joanna in general. I mean, JJ, we've seen a bunch of her fights. Heck, 10 of JJ's fights have actually come down to decision, and it's kind of why you see like the odds here in general.
They're pretty insane, actually.
I mean, by KO or TKO, like it just doesn't happen. So 10 of her 15 wins have come by decision, and I think she's got 1 win by submission. Yeah, plus 2,500 odds there. So at the end of the day, I mean, she's a huge underdog, and that's the reason why plus 350 is the best odds to come down to decision. But even if I think this one comes to a decision, I still think Valentina is just such an all-around better fighter that it's going to be her fight to lose.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated as the match goes on with the strike numbers and the time of control and all that stuff. But I do feel pretty good about Valentina tonight. This is one of the bigger favorites we've seen all night long.
Yeah, one of the bigger favorites, but, I mean, Valentina's a good striker. Joanna, I think, is actually the better striker. And I think even if this one does stay up in, like, their feet, I still think Valentina has enough all-around skill where she's going to be able to handle her. But for this season alone, I mean, Joanna's 67% career strike percentage compared to Valentina's 55% strike percentage. But Valentina, you're going to see, just brings a little bit more power and actually has the knockout power, unlike, JJ.
Valentina's a southpaw, by the way. JJ's the orthodox stance.
What about paws?
Southpaw.
Lefty.
There you go.
Like it.
You played baseball. I know you know.
I know sports.
There you go.
Did you guys play sports?
Austin says, all right, up you. He says a second round TKO ground and pound off JJ's back there. There you go.
Oh, my God. Yo, I don't think.
Sportsmania says 93, says Joanna. She was finished by Rose as garbage, which I'm not sure who you're referring to as garbage there. Either way, he says Valentina's better, so I think that makes sense.
Who do you think?
But some disagreement in the comment section I think is good. I think that's a good sign for a fight that not everyone's picking just one fighter to win. You don't want that.
Bullet is hungry. That's what coming in here from Austin.
All right, again, folks, those are your Bet DSI odds. Valentina is your heavy favorite, minus 303. JJ's plus 259.
Jesus. Honestly, Tom, I go to the gym every day to try to look like
Half
Valentina. She is ripped.
They are in unreal shape.
I think the real question is, who do you think has the nicer octagon?
New betting odds. How about that? I was hoping that was about to pop up. One second here. Some new betting odds. Minus 343 for Valentina. Ooh, I actually just moved to minus 345. Excuse me. So live odds here for you. Gotcha. 345 now for Valentina. JJ plus 250. You stay with Valentina? And how many rounds, Mitch? I'll make you do your official prediction here.
I'm going to go all 5 rounds. I think this one's going to go all 5. But I'm hoping it's... honestly, I would love a round 1 knockout. That'd be dope. I want to see some
It's always fun.
Oh, yeah.
Violent but fun.
Sportsmania says Muay Thai experience is different.
Yeah, there's a debate going on about the experience with JJ. But
gotcha.
Or, sorry, Valentina. My bad. By the way, Todd Anderson is your referee tonight. I paid attention for you guys that time. Don't worry. I paid attention there.
Oh, my God. I forgot that question even came up.
Yeah. Paid attention this time. I tried for you guys. All right. JJ is in the all-red outfit. Valentina's in the all-black. Well, I mean, I guess there's some other colors, but it's predominantly red. Got a good feeling about Valentina.
#1 starweight contender in the world. Interesting. Starweight champion, Joanna.
JJ is a twin, right?
Yes.
She's a twin? Mary Kate's going to be real mad that I didn't pick her then.
Is Mary Kate a twin?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. We had this discussion like 8 different times.
Wait, your Mary Kate?
Yeah, my Mary Kate.
Is a twin?
Yeah.
My mom's a twin.
We've had this discussion. Right, Brett?
I don't remember.
Right?
I feel like I'd make the Mary Kate and Ashley way
Yeah,
more
because you
relevant.
have made that joke before.
I feel like I'd make it even more, though.
No, because she hates it.
Oh, well, I'm literally going to change her name in my phone right now.
God.
All right, at least I know I'm getting you guys in May. Yeah, if you guys want to come to Tom's wedding, go to BetDSI, sign up, promo code LIVE120.
We could be Mitch's +1.
Oh, yeah. Well, whoever loses this fight, I might ask to be my +1, Tom. So.
All right, well, round 1 here about to begin. The Bullet versus JJ. Both of them feel pretty good. They seem to be jumping around, dancing, all that. Always fun.
Well, they're pumped up. I mean, this is a big fight.
I mean,
both of these
if
women
you're
are
not, then what's going on there?
Oh, boy. All right, so Robertson, Johanna wins by decision. Fight goes the distance. I think if this fight goes the distance, I mean, I think the only way Joanna does win this fight is if it goes the distance. But they're both kind of feeling each other out. I'll say Joanna looks like she's jumping around a little bit more than Valentina. Valentina looks a little bit more relaxed. Is that
stationary?
They're both jumpy. Oh man.
Joanna definitely more so. She's kind of back and forth, back and forth.
Went for a kick.
And missed, and then Valentina nailed one. All right, so 4:20 here to go in the first round. A very slow start, not a huge surprise. It's kind of what we had expected, Mitch, tonight.
I think they're going to try to fill each other out a little bit.
Nice blow there from Valentina. 4:09 here to go in round one.
I think Valentina's going to really try to get this fight down
JJ's
to the ground.
really going for the leg kicks early. That's been her main goal so far. Well, now we got a
now
little
they're
grappling
wrapped up
action.
all the
Ooh,
way
nice
down to the
takedown.
ground.
The old leg whip right there. Well done.
I mean, she just kicked the back of her leg out.
That was a hard fall, too.
Valentina's on top. She's got pretty solid side control right now.
A lot of time on the ground
And
here.
if this one can go on the ground, I mean, there's 3 minutes and 35 seconds, and Valentina is on top. And
Joanna's not getting any movement. She is pinned pretty well right now.
yeah, I'll say, like, in terms of, like, size, I mean, they might be the same weight, but Valentina's legs are twice the size. Like, she honestly looks.
Ooh, nice elbow there from Valentina.
She looks 20 pounds heavier.
Ooh,
she's
couple
taking some
nice
hard
blows.
hits. She did get up.
Ooh,
She took a bad
knee to the
knee to
face.
the face. Oh, wow.
Now they're up against the cage. Now 2:57 to go in round one.
She did get up, though. I'll give her credit there. I mean, you got to give JJ credit there. She was in a really bad spot. But it looks like Valentina's going to try to almost rip her down again.
All right. Kind of evenly matched here along the side. 2:38 to go. Ooh, very impressive reach there on the knee to the head from standing.
Oh my
wow.
Lord. I can barely touch my
That's
toes.
some impressive flexibility there from Valentina. All right, midway through round one now. JJ's trying to go for the leg takedown, but not really working, and they're both going for it now here.
Melina Herman says, turn your screen. I want to see the fight. All right, I can do that. Does that help? Is that good?
I'll give you guys the super secret URL to go to. How about that? Let me find it. Under 2 minutes to go now in round one, as they've very much slowed down here, grappling along the edge of the cage.
I'm glad you at least take that. You can understand the humor in that, so I appreciate that. But yeah, if you guys want to watch it, right there's the stream. Mitchell is getting excited. I am. That's why there's a table here.
Jesus. Well, they're both right now trying to go for a takedown of the legs and get into a submission hold, but neither has really been able to take advantage here so far. Minute 25 to go in round one.
I'm kind of upset this isn't more like tennis, where every single time like Maria Sharapova hits a ball. I don't think that's what it sounds like at all.
It's obnoxious. I hate it.
I love it.
All right, they are back off the wall now, more in their striking distances here. Just over a minute to go in round one.
Hilarious. Wait, you can hear him a few times.
Yeah, every now and then. 50 seconds to go as, they focused a lot of their action on the legs, trying to take them out.
Oh, good strike there.
Ooh.
High leg kick. In terms of shots taken, though, I mean...
It's fairly even.
I mean, from what this is saying...
Big blow there.
She's hurt.
Yeah.
She's okay.
20 seconds to go in round one here.
So, Valentina has actually taken more hits, but has landed more critical hits. There's only 13 seconds here left in this one.
I think we're about to end up here with I'd say relatively even. I think I'd give the advantage to Shevchenko. I think that's who I'd give the advantage to. We'll see what the Bet DSI odds say here in just a second. And Yeah, they agree. Actually, I'd say more than I would have guessed. Give me 1 second here because we've got some.
I mean, when you look at just the round in general, Shevchenko dominated by 2:03, and then time of control for JJ was only 31 seconds. But wow,
massive
odds,
switch. Huge odds here in favor of Shevchenko, and I think that takedown was the big thing.
Yep.
And having that control for a good 2 minutes of a 5-minute round. That's a big deal, I think, for the judges.
And
so
then
that's,
also,
I think, why
you're looking at the hits. I mean, sure, JJ has landed more hits. She's landed 23 compared to, Shevchenko's only landed 11, but it's been the big hits. I mean, Shevchenko's landed 5 big hits compared to JJ's only 2. Like, I think when you just look at the biggest moments in round 1, they were dominated by Shevchenko.
No, I completely agree with you there. I think that was in favor of Shevchenko round. That was a good round for her. Maybe not as big as I thought it was going to be, but the odds clearly indicate right now that Valentina is your betting favorite. But remember, we've seen things change. We've seen a round 1 get totally flipped at the beginning of this night, where they had that wicked knockout blow. Round 2 underway now. Once again, Shevchenko is in the kind of more black or gray outfit, and JJ's in the red. Ooh, nice kick there from Shevchenko, who's going for the legs early and often today, I've noticed, or tonight, I guess. Or this morning.
I'm really interested, though. I really hope this one doesn't go the distance. I want to see a knockout.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I get that.
JJ, in 17 of her fights, 11 actually have gone the distance. But I don't know how many times she's fought a fighter as good as Shevchenko. So, but, yeah, see how far this twin can take it. But Shevchenko is the #1 fighter right now in the flyweight ranking.
JJ's been a little bit more aggressive to start round 2, trying to get some blows, and she's done a decent job, but it's been kind of a little run so far. A little bit for JJ, a little bit for the Bullet. The leg kicks have been almost conservative.
I will say this though, I think JJ looks faster, quicker.
She does look pretty fast tonight. I think that's fair. Maybe it's the amount of movement that she's throwing in, because Shevchenko is much more stationary.
Yeah. What about reach? Who's got the upper hand in reach? Because in terms of I think Shevchenko looks much shorter.
She has the longer reach, but I think it's also the stance.
Okay. There's a big blow.
Nice blow there. She has kept her arms much more tightly compacted so far. She's not reaching quite as much. She has tended to prefer to use her legs so far tonight.
See, I'm almost worried about in a 5-round fight. Now, I understand, appearance sometimes can be off. I mean, JJ, I think, looks like she's in better shape. But for the amount of movement that JJ is using, yeah, obviously they're both in amazing shape. But JJ is moving twice as much as Shevchenko.
Little action here early, or in the middle of this round now from Shevchenko, trying to get some blows in the lower body. 3 minutes to go in round 2. I'd still say fairly even this round so far. Neither fighter's really taken advantage. There hasn't been any real grappling. There hasn't been any real ground movement. Just a lot of distant reaches and some nice blows there from Shevchenko.
Matthew Hamblin
nice
says MMA is the best sport.
Well, I'm a football guy, but I'm certainly not going to rant against MMA. So.
One punch and all the momentum can change.
It's very, very accurate.
You're not wrong.
We saw it with Gunnar Nelson. One elbow to the head and totally changed the match.
Blood. Oh my Lord, I almost threw up.
Very even this round. 2:10 to go in round 2 here of this 5-round match.
Yeah, guys, remember this one's 5 rounds because it's a title.
The flyweight title fight. Shevchenko's done a really good job. Ooh, there's some action. They both try and go to the head. I think Shevchenko kind of won that one. A little bit more of an even takedown there.
And they're kind of just in the center of it. They're bouncing around a little bit, guys. Honestly, there's just not a lot of action.
Very slow. Oh, here we go. There's a takedown for Shevchenko.
Shevchenko took
couple blows to the face there, too. That was nice.
Back up to their feet again.
Up against the cage. And a
back
great
down.
takedown there.
That was a body slam.
Well done by the Bullet. Now some more side control here, Mitch.
Really solid side control here. But, I mean, you can tell she's got, control of her. She's not moving. JJ is on the ground. She's pinned.
A couple nice blows there to the head for
But she is pretty
the
slippery.
Bullet. Yeah.
She is quite slippery. Oh, boy.
Trying to go for the headlock there.
Going for a
little choke. Yeah.
Yeah, still
I
got
don't think
side
she's going to be able to get it.
See, here's the thing, though.
50
only
seconds to go in
53
round
seconds.
2.
Yeah. I don't know if there's going to be enough time.
Yeah.
Neither girl's bloodied up.
But definitely, I think the advantage this round, Shevchenko.
Yep.
Because of the 2 takedowns.
I think it's 2-0 Shevchenko. Again, I'll be interested to see how much more these odds really move. But, I mean, I think it's been 2 pretty consistent rounds here. By
Elbow
Shevchenko.
to the head there. A couple of them there for the bullet. A couple of really nice strikes here. These last couple minutes have been really in favor of the bullet here. A lot of head action. Pinned up against the cage now. 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, I don't think
Looks like JJ's getting out of there. Under 10 to go.
Oh,
a
bad
huge
knee
to the face. And another takedown. And that will do it for round 2. That was a bullet round if I've ever seen one right there. And these odds are drastically moving, folks. Hope you got in on the action earlier tonight. 1 second here.
But, I mean, hey, who said it? Matthew? I mean, one fight or one hit, man. They can change real quick. Okay. You put money down right now on Joanna, you're going to make some money if she wins.
It's drastically changed again here. It's now minus 1,667 in favor of Valentina.
Oh, my Lord.
Wow. That's one of those where I just don't even bother. Because you're not gonna turn enough profit there. But
I don't think I have enough
JJ,
money. That's what I mean.
Plus 750, maybe she doesn't win.
I think it's interesting,
but if she does.
I mean, for a sport that's literally one hit and it can change.
Yeah.
That's intriguing to me. Like, I've actually really,
why not just put down $1?
That's what I mean. I'd almost have to empty out my bank account to make something with Valentina, but.
All right, round 3 underway now here. Clearly so far, the advantage heavily in favor of Valentina Shevchenko, who has looked fantastic and a little bit more aggressive now to start out round 3. A couple of high leg kicks there.
Yep. And in the comments, ping pong, knee to whose face? Shevchenko landed a pretty awesome knee to the face of JJ right before the end of the fight, and then got another takedown. So, ping pong wants to know, how can I put $10 on JJ? Here, I can get you a link.
BetDSI, chatsports.com/bet. By the way, use promo code LIVE120. They'll give you a 120% deposit bonus once you do put money down. Nice blow there from Shevchenko. LIVE120, and Mitch will get you the links in there for you guys.
So I put the links in there. So ping pong, all you got to do then, my man, is you just click on that link that I have in there, and then when you sign up, you'll use that promo code LIVE120. So.
Yeah, so you put down $50, they'll give you an extra 60. So even if you miss that $10 bet, you still got plenty of extra money to bet with on BetDSI. 3:50 to go here in round 3. Again, a 5-round championship fight.
Manuwa's asking who's winning. I think it's Shevchenko, and it's pretty easy
I'd say
at this point.
Pretty heavily.
Yeah. I mean, if I look in here to the fight, this fight, Shevchenko's actually taken 63 hits, and JJ's taken 52, but Shevchenko's landed 21 big hits compared to only 5 by JJ. And then just time of control.
Shevchenko takes down JJ, but JJ gets back up quickly. So what I've noticed a lot here is that JJ tries to go for that leg kick, and it's almost like the bullet's kind of baiting her into it so that she can grab that leg and take her down. That's how we've seen that happen a couple times tonight.
Good observation there, Tom.
Got some more just updated odds here for you guys. Middle of round 3 because things have gotten out of control.
Like it.
Minus 2,000 plus 820.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a considerable amount.
It's a huge advantage there.
Time of control. JJ's
heavily.
Got 31 seconds to Shevchenko's 3 minutes and 46 seconds. I mean, it's...
Matthew says comeback city. It could happen. I mean, it's one punch.
One punch.
One kick.
That's it.
All you need. One mistake where you leave something open and boom. And there was a nice leg kick there from JJ right on cue.
Oh. There's a nice big punch there by Shevchenko. A nice little left hook.
2:15 to go now in the middle of round 3.
And they're both been pretty consistent fighters as JJ lands a decent kick there to the side.
JJ's been pretty good this round. I think it's still been relatively evenly matched, but I think we've seen some good punches and some good kicks from JJ trying to get back into this.
I think JJ saw the latest BetDSI odds and got pissed off in the corner. And to be honest, if I was her training coach, I'd be like, hey, check out this show on Chat Sports. They're kind of ripping you a little bit. You need to come out.
Minute 45 to go now in round 3. I'd say pretty evenly matched so far. A couple of near misses for JJ with that high leg kick trying to go high. Now we got an engagement wrap up.
I don't know if she's going to get it.
Shevchenko trying to go with the takedown, couldn't do it, and took maybe a knee to the face from Shevchenko there.
Yep.
I'm not sure if there was actually much contact, though. Because JJ kind of smiled when it came away, like, you missed. Nice leg kick there, back and forth between both of them. Each land a nice blow.
All right, in all honesty, how many rounds would you last against one of them?
Half.
Half a round?
Half a round. Mostly because I would run around a lot and try not to take any blows.
So, I mean, I would have about 30 pounds on them. I would imagine my reach is probably longer.
They would beat my ass.
Oh, I'm not saying I'd win. I would lose in round 1. But I'm just saying, I think the extra 30 pounds would at least give me a little bit of an opportunity to stay alive.
45 seconds and a nice knee to the face by Shevchenko on JJ.
Bleeding.
I think that nose starting to kind of bleed a little bit there for JJ.
Yep.
Not as bad as we saw earlier, but just a little bit of blood there.
I want you guys to type Y in the comments if you're ready for the main. I'm seeing already some of you guys talking about it.
Oh, it's coming up. JJ gets taken down by Shevchenko, but very
she's going to be able to get
briefly.
back up.
Yeah, she kind of got back up there. 20 seconds to go here in round 3. JJ looks tired.
I look tired.
Oh, Shevchenko, another nice knee to the face there of JJ.
I mean, she's
under
just
10 to go here. She's just trying to survive round 3.
Takes another knee to the face. JJ does.
A couple of late blows to the head there, but that is the end of round 3. I'd still say a little bit more in favor of Shevchenko, but odds have not changed as of yet. Minus 2,000. A little bit more even, but overall through 3 rounds, it's been Shevchenko.
I mean,
she's been fantastic.
How high can these odds even go?
Well, at a certain point, you just got to put all your money on JJ there because the odds are just too good.
That's what I'm saying, but I would say it's 3-0.
Don't worry, Ping Pong. We'll get to the odds for
an
Ortega KO later on after this women's championship belt match ends.
JJ right now is in her corner. Her trainer is saying, like, hey, you got to come at her strong.
A little bit of blood on that nose.
Yeah, she's bleeding a little bit.
Nothing too bad. See if these odds have changed. No, they haven't. So still minus 2,000 plus 820 here. Shevchenko, your heavy favorite as we enter round 4 now. If you're JJ, how aggressive do you have to be in this? Because in reality, for a decision purposes, you're behind. Or do you try to wait for that one opportunity to get that KO?
I mean, at the end of the day, you're down 3-0. Mm-hmm. You're not going to win by decision, and I think it's a lot easier said than done because we're not the ones
we're
not taking the hits or whatever. But
the
at the end of the day, like, I think the only way she has a chance of winning is if she knocks her out, and I haven't seen even kind of the slightest bit of chance for that. But
a little bit more aggressiveness here, a nice little spin move for Shevchenko.
I think she needs to be more aggressive.
4:40 to go here, so still early in round 4. A little bit more aggressiveness, though, from JJ. A lot more action going on here for the first 30 seconds. I think she knows she's got to get something going here quickly.
I mean, I'll also give Shevchenko like a lot of credit. I mean, she hasn't changed her style at all.
No, she's been
aggressive. I mean,
yeah.
I'm going to say about 30 seconds ago went for like a spinning backhand punch, right? Is that what that even be called? I'm not quite sure.
Again, Shevchenko's in the all blacks and JJ's in the reds. Little engagement there, so JJ here will
good knees
up against the wall. Every time that happens, Shevchenko tries to get into that grappling position where she can take her down, but hasn't happened this round yet. Just over a minute into it.
Matthew says spinning back fist. Thanks, buddy. I didn't know if I could say fist in a women's fight, so.
You're so bad.
Yeah, you live and you learn, right?
All right, 3:40 to go here. Shevchenko engages. Ooh, tried to go for the big leg kick and just barely missed.
I think a kick like that would almost end it.
Yeah. Nice dodge there from Shevchenko.
Have you ever been into a fight, Tom?
Not really.
I think it's a yes or no.
Oh, engagement here.
Picked up the
Takedown
leg.
for Shevchenko.
Side control.
On
like
JJ.
you said, though, before, she goes for that kick, and then Shevchenko grabs the leg and takes her to the ground.
All right, so side control now for Shevchenko. JJ trying to get out of it. Again, folks, up next, Ortega versus Holloway. I'm sure what most of you here are waiting for, the main event. But still 2:58 to go here in round 4. Shevchenko still has side control over JJ. And really the control so far, it's 4:50 against 31 seconds tonight.
And that 31
massively
seconds
in favor.
Came in the round 1. And, and a round even that Shevchenko dominated. So, I mean, she's got an underhook now on her.
Uh-oh.
I think JJ's starting to get tired, though.
Well, she got up against the wall, which I think was huge there for JJ to get out of that situation.
But
still, 2:28 to go. They're kind of tied up against the cage.
Yeah, but see, the thing that I would tell people like who don't have it, she gave up her back there pretty easily, and I think when you start to see that, it's just she's getting tired, and man, I mean, she's in a headlock right now. Well, Shevchenko's got her in a headlock.
2:07 to go here. Good headlock here for Shevchenko. JJ can't get out of it. This, if JJ can't get out of this, well,
no,
she
did
get out of it right on cue. Good timing there. But still, outside of that one little couple knee kicks there for JJ, this has been all Shevchenko right now. Past 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Just total control.
Still, the advantage really with Shevchenko there. A nice knee to the face there by the bullet against JJ.
I just think, though, at the end of the day, I mean, they keep talking about, like how much better, I think, condition JJ is in, and yeah, I mean, she's been realistically dominated, and she still has a lot of energy, I think, in this fight. And just in terms of strength, I think, the bullet has just clearly been shown her strength.
Minute 15 to go now in round 4. JJ trying to stay upright as Shevchenko tried to take her back down, but now they're kind of caught up against the cage here. But this has been a heavily dominated match here by Shevchenko as far as I'm concerned. It has been all her tonight. Yeah, I know there's been a couple blows, but...
I mean, I think the numbers state that as well. I mean, you're just talking about time of control. I mean, it's basically 6 minutes, 33 seconds to only 39 seconds in favor of Shevchenko. And then
they separate now with about 45 seconds to go in round 4, so we'll see if they can get something going here. But again, round 4, heavily in favor of Shevchenko.
Yeah, and just in terms of overall hits taken, Shevchenko has actually taken more hits, but she's definitely landed bigger hits, and she just goes for a huge spinning kick right there.
Now she's getting aggressive because I think she feels that she can
close it,
take that risk. Because if she misses and she gets, the extra 20 seconds there, as long as she doesn't get knocked out, she's going to be fine. 15 seconds to go now. A couple of attempted blows there. Now they're really making great contact. I think Shevchenko a little bit. Ooh, blow to the face there.
Big hit to the face there. Shevchenko landed a nice punch. And this one's done.
Does it for round 4. So we have some new betting odds here. Give me a second because once again, drastically in favor of your favorite. Minus 5,000 for Valentina Shevchenko, Mitch. Yeah, minus 5,000.
Guys, don't worry. I'm going to put the link in the comment section below. I mean, if you're looking to pay your rent because you're a little short, you might as well go put money on JJ right now. Put $1 down.
Because if she does win, boom, you are rolling in it at that point. One blow. That's all you need there.
That's all you need, Tom.
Okay, so some changes here again on these BetDSI odds. Give me 1 second here. Again, these are updated in real time via our friends there. So we have, if you want to put money on JJ, go do it right now. Minus 10,000 for Shevchenko.
Oh my!
10,000 plus 1,310 on JJ.
I've never seen odds this high in my time here at Chat Sports. It's absurd.
You put down $10 on JJ, you're gonna win 131. And all it takes is one fight. Put down $10.
Oh.
You're gonna win 131.
Gotcha.
All right, round 5 underway now here. The final round of this championship fight here. Shevchenko right now is heavily in favor. JJ needs a knockout blow this round, or she's not winning. Because there's no way that any judge in their right mind would give the match to JJ.
Yeah, unless he put money on BetDSI on JJ. That's probably the only way. But if you listen to the JJ's corner right now, they're telling her to push herself and to basically either get a knockout or get knocked out.
Shevchenko a little bit more, I think, reserved these first 45 seconds here. A couple of leg kicks, a couple of jabs, but nothing really going for that big knockout blow because she doesn't need it right now.
Yeah. Sportsmania 93's asked, I don't have the fight. Has JJ thrown any front kicks yet? Yeah, but to be honest,
haven't landed.
She's not landed them, and the issue is she's throwing a lot of these big kicks, and unfortunately for her, Valentina's catching her feet.
And the counter
and
has been huge.
Turns into a rough takedown, and then she just dominates her from the ground.
All right.
But
Shevchenko has JJ pinned up against the cage right now. JJ's trying to throw some, a nice knee to the face there by Shevchenko on Joanna. 3:35 to go in the 5th and final round of this fight.
I mean, right now it looks like Shevchenko's just trying to control her, trying to keep her pinned. I would imagine she's like, I got this fight locked down, and if I have her pinned up against the fence,
I can
she
just wait
can't
it out.
hurt me.
Yeah, I can just wait it out. Couple of blows there by JJ, trying to get some face knocks in there, some rib knocks with the knees and the fists, but not a whole lot going on there. Just it's very weak effort. It's more of a just I'm tired and I'm trying to get you off me right now, knowing that you have good position against me.
That's the thing. I think though, if anything, I think JJ looks like she has more, and I think Shevchenko was stalling a little bit there. The ref split it up, made him get off the fence, and now they're back in the middle of the octagon. But I think JJ
nice blow from JJ.
I was gonna say I think JJ looks like she has more pep in her step, and then Shevchenko just comes back and just rocks her.
A couple of nice blows there. 2:44 to go here in the final round. Nice
people in the crowd are screaming, "Quit stalling! Quit stalling!"
Ooh, attempted leg kick there.
Big leg kick,
Two of them, but missed on both. And then Shevchenko comes back with a nice little combo.
Rude Boy and Kiro, what does Johanna's face look like right now?
It's not that bad. There's a little bit of bleeding around the nose, but it's not that there are not that many shots to the face. It's mostly been the submission takedown stuff.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a really battered and bruised type fight.
Yeah, I don't think
it's been a controlled fight.
Either fighter really, I mean, they're not taking a lot of.
Nice whip kick.
Nobody's
there
really
from
bloody.
Shevchenko.
But in terms of what does their face look like, maybe a 4. Maybe a 5 if you get another beer in me, but probably a 4.
Oh, God. Minute 50 to go here, the Flyweight Championship. Shevchenko seems to be in great position here unless JJ can get a big blow here in the next minute 40. It should be a Shevchenko
victory,
win
unanimous.
by decision. Nice knee to the ribs there by Shevchenko. Minute 28 to go now.
Rude Boy and Kira, she's a butterface for sure. Yeah, facts.
Joanna's got to get going here. She has to just go all out attack here. These last minute 15. Couple of nice blows there by Shevchenko. A little bit more aggressive now by JJ. Some good blows back and forth now. Minute 5 to go. Nice whip punch. And then JJ misses. Shevchenko gets on, and she'll tie her up against the cage.
With under a minute left, this is Valentina's fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
JJ not showing a ton of effort right now. 50 seconds to go. 45 seconds. Shevchenko just pinning JJ up against the cage, knowing she just has to last another 35 seconds, and it's over. All she has to do.
Yep. Oh, off the cage now, back to the middle of the octagon.
30 seconds. JJ tries a high leg kick. It's blocked. Punches thrown, a couple landed, but nothing too bad.
Spinning kick to the ribs there by Shevchenko.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
15 seconds as some nice punches thrown there.
Right hook by Shevchenko landed. Spinning fist.
Ooh. 10 seconds to go. Now they're kind of tied up against the wall. Shevchenko just kind of trying to draw this one out.
There's only 3, 2.
And that will do it. So we'll wait the decision, but Valentina Shevchenko is going to win, Mitchell.
Yeah, I like to see this. They're hugging at the end. They bow down to each other. It's a good sign of sportsmanship there. Two really good women at their craft, but Valentina is the expected winner. And I would be...
That was very impressive.
That was a good fight.
Yeah.
I expected that one to go the distance. Both these fighters very skilled at what they do, and at the end of the day, I mean, we predicted it to go the distance, and it looks like Valentina is going to win in a unanimous decision.
Yeah, if this isn't unanimous, I want to know what those judges were watching. They just showed, I think, probably the best punch landed or best kick landed was Shevchenko getting a full extension leg kick to the face of JJ.
Yeah,
Brutal landing.
The tale of this fight was JJ's miss on her kicks, and then Shevchenko just converting them into takedowns, and then just controlling her from the ground and just using her strength. Like, I think JJ showed that she was in unbelievable condition, but
yeah,
Shevchenko was just clearly more strong.
Very well there. So 50 head strikes there for Valentina. That's a big blow there. The body strikes actually favored JJ, but the leg kicks were pretty even, and the takedowns were 5 versus 0. That's a big deal there. That's a huge deal.
That's what this fight I think comes down to, just overall time. I almost said time of possession. Time of just, Shevchenko just was in control from start to finish of this fight. And I think that's ultimately going to lead to this unanimous decision. And it's going to be, Tom, actually her 5th win by decision.
Makes sense. So we wait the official decision here, but it's going to be Valentina Shevchenko, barring collusion as far as I'm concerned.
I'll say this though, JJ, she's got her flag. She's holding up number 1. All 3 judges by unanimous.
Still waiting for the decision here.
Well, it's new.
Valentina Shevchenko is your winner, undisputed, in your new
champion.
New champion there in the flyweight division. So congrats to Valentina, but Mitchell, it's time now for the main event. Holloway versus Ortega. I know that's what you guys all want. Let us know who you guys got in the comment section. Again, congratulations there to Shevchenko on her title. What we got now, the featherweight title, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega. Mitch, we haven't really talked about this all that much tonight, but who do you have just overall? Then let's kind of dive into the whys here.
Well, I'm going to go straight up with my dude Ortega. I think he's a little bit of a pretty boy. I don't know if I can say that, but he's just really calm in his demeanor, and he's never lost before, and I think he's the new up-and-coming fighter. Max is a great fighter, obviously, both of these guys, but at the end of the day, Ortega's the #1 ranked fighter, not Max Holloway.
Holloway right now is the current featherweight UFC champion. Ortega, though, as you mentioned, 14-0. Similar tales to tape before we get to the records. 70, a little bit taller for Holloway, but the weights are the same, of course. The reach is the same. The age is the same. Both of them naturally in fantastic shape. Break down Max Holloway for me, Mitchell.
When you look at Max Holloway, there's a reason why his nickname is Blessed. Yes, he is the undisputed featherweight champion, but 11 straight wins. And his last 2 wins were against Jose Aldo. If you don't know who Jose Aldo is, he's arguably one of the greatest UFC fighters of all time. Jose Aldo's record is 27-4. 2 of his losses came against Max Holloway. And Max Holloway is more of a technical fighter, 19-3. But when you watch Holloway, he's going to try to beat you down a little bit. Now, he did lose to Conor McGregor, and he's already come out and said, losing to Conor really ticked him off. And since he's lost to Conor, he's been really good, but his last 3 fights have all ended in TKO. He's going to try to end this one quick.
I'm sure we'll talk about this. I saw this in the comment section. The concussion issues. Is that a big, big red flag here for Holloway?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. So this fight was supposed to happen in July, and the concussion issues, unfortunately, led him to not be able to compete. These guys push their bodies to the limit. He's also has come out where he might have CTE, so there was obviously some risk with him. Which not being able to fight
tends to happen in boxers and MMA fighters. That's, the nature of taking repeated blows to the face.
Yeah, it's totally going to happen. But, I mean, Max is a good fighter, wins by knockout there 9, wins by decision 8. But title defenses, he's defended this title 1 time, and he's going to try to do that today. But I don't want to say Brian Ortega is better than Jose Aldo, because Jose Aldo I just think is more experienced. But Brian Ortega is no joke whatsoever.
T-City, baby.
There's a reason, T-City. I love the nickname. But he's going to have fun. I can't wait to see him come out. He's one of the most enjoyable guys just to watch, and before the weigh-ins, after the weigh-ins, and during the fight. But this guy hasn't had a fight go the distance, Tom, since 2014. I think when you look at Ortega, you look at Max Holloway, this one's going to end before all 5 rounds.
You think it's going to end that quickly?
Yeah,
or not that quickly,
but
when I
say like this guy's a surfer dude, like he's black belt surfing is actually where he does his training. His striking accuracy, 32% there, wins by decision 4, but he's really good with submission and he can knock you out. Again, I mean, he's such a well-rounded fighter. I do like Ortega, even though Ortega is not the favorite.
He's the underdog tonight.
He is the underdog, according to BetDSI.
So I will go with Max Holloway then. You have Brian Ortega.
I'm going to go Ortega.
I am undefeated tonight. I have a perfect record.
Yep.
Should have parlayed these. I have a lot of regrets not doing that tonight on BetDSI. But we'll see if I end up going a perfect scorecard tonight.
Perfect scorecard, 5-0. I have taken the underdog before, and it bit me in the ass last time. I'm hoping Brian Ortega.
Don't bet against the Canadians.
Hey, I'm betting. I'm going with the American. I'm going on Brian Ortega.
All right. So some other, in terms of how this match could end, and you kind of mentioned the submission stuff. We'll get into that. So for Holloway, tends to lean more towards it here right now of either a decision or the knockout, TKO, or DQ.
Yeah, when you look at his wins, I mean, 9 of his 19 wins have come in knockout. So I think Max Holloway, he's a really good sparrer, but Ortega's defense, I would be surprised if Ortega gets knocked out in this fight just because of how well-rounded he is as a fighter.
Submission, not that likely for Holloway, plus 1,500.
Yeah, I mean, if this one goes to ground and pound, I just think Max Holloway is definitely going to lose then because we've seen Ortega, he's got 7 submissions in his career.
The decisions, though, also for Holloway, which I think makes sense given that he is your betting favorite right now on BetDSI.
Yep, that one makes sense to me. I think if this one does go all 5, it's ultimately going to come down to Max because you're going to see he's going to be able to land a lot more clean hits.
All right, how about Brian Ortega plus 400 then? KO, TKO, DQ plus 400.
Yeah, I would be surprised. I don't think we're going to have one outstanding, I guess, odds for Ortega. You're just going to see he's such a well-rounded fighter. He can spar, he can hit, he can kick. But when he gets down there in the ground and pound, he actually uses his reach then. And you'll be able to see his black belt come in handy in this fight.
All right, Brian Ortega plus 100, or plus 180 in the submission side. That's easy, the triangle hold, all that kind of stuff.
He's got 14 wins. I mean, half of his
nickname
wins
checks out.
Half of his wins have literally come by submission. So don't be surprised if we see another one.
All right, Brian Ortega, decision-wise, plus 500 or plus 550 there. I already see some predictions flowing in the comment section. Ryan Dricker says Ortega gets KO'd in round 2.
Okay.
Caleb says Holloway by KO in round 4. Rude Boy says Ortega fights in a cage, which, yes, that's how it works. If you feel good about one of, I started with the comment and didn't realize what he was saying, and that's my bad, bud. If you want to get on the action, chatsports.com/bet, promo code LIVE120 gets you a 120% deposit bonus. Put down $50, they'll give you an extra 60. Put down 100, they'll give you 120. Put down 500, be a big baller, they're going to give you 600 extra bucks bet with Mitchell.
Dude.
Best deal out there.
Guys, I just put the link in the comment section below. All you got to do is click on the link. It's super easy. And then, again, use that promo code LIVE120. Heck, I have people ask me all the time, Mitch, will you walk me through it? Yeah, you know what? DM me
we'll do it
at
for you.
Mitchell Renz 365. I will literally walk you through the process. It is super easy.
All right, so again, folks, get your bets in chatsports.com/bet LIVE120. Those are your current betting odds on BetDSI. And as we've done all night long, throughout the fight, we will update them with the current live betting odds. Again, as of right now, Max Holloway is your favorite, but not by much. This is setting up to be a pretty hotly contested fight. With really, the odds are often an indication of that. We saw it happen last time when Valentina was the heavy favorite. That's not the case here.
I think this is
almost
the most
50-50
even match.
Yeah.
This is the most even match of the night, and it's obviously why it's 231 Holloway versus Ortega. This is the match that I think where a lot of people are talking about, and it's kind of frustrating because I'll say this: I think in terms of overall how great both of these fighters are, it's frustrating that there's not more hype around this fight in general. Sure, there's not a big name, maybe like I don't know, a McGregor or something like that, but Holloway versus Ortega,
the casual name.
Yeah, I mean, how often are you going to see the guy who has the title isn't the #1 ranked fighter? And that's what we have right now. Max Holloway, sure, he is the undisputed champion, but Brian Ortega is the #1 ranked fighter, and there's a reason. The dude's good, man. But, yeah, he is a little bit of a disadvantage in height, but he makes up for it in that reach, 69 inches. And
long arms, baby. That matters.
Long arms. And his record is 14-0-1, and that one is actually because there was a disqualification. There was some sort of complication. So he is actually undefeated.
Still counts.
Still counts
as a non-loss.
Yeah, non-loss, no tie. Just counts as him being in the ring.
There you go. All right, so Holloway versus Ortega, the fight of the night, the main event. Again, folks, keep your predictions going in the comment section. As of right now, Holloway is your betting favorite, but the odds are very narrow. It's not really a true heavy favorite. It's more of a, this could legitimately go either way. I think that's what we all want, right? We all want a great fight.
I just want to see a good fight, but I want to see a knockout. We haven't seen a solid, we've seen 2 good knockouts tonight. We've seen, what, 2 fights go the distance? And then we've seen 2 fights knockouts. The first knockout was exactly what we expected, a big left hook there by Santos. And then Gunnar. I was kind of surprised that fight went down the way that it did.
The surprise elbow to the face that
the
busted up the nose or the forehead.
I think that was the best fight of the night so far.
I agree. I thought that was fantastic.
Even without the blood.
Plenty of action, and the way it ended, I thought was the best finish so far.
Yeah, I would say it's so bad I can't even think of who's the second fight. I can't even think, and that's probably the worst one. So
there you go. All right, so type H for Holloway, O for Ortega. Let us know in the comment section who you guys have winning. I already see the disagreements getting in there. Go for it. It's fun. Let's have some fun tonight. Keep arguing back and forth there. Again, Holloway is your betting favorite right now. Ortega plus 100. If you're trying to bet there, it's so close, Mitchell. I tend to go with the guy with the more upside here, and that would be Ortega plus 100. But you picked him. I'm going to go with Holloway to win, though. All right. Upside, I'm intrigued by.
See, but if you're just trying to cover your ass. I think that's all that was.
I'm still going to go Holloway. I will not claim credit.
Okay.
But just from a betting perspective, I like the upside play.
Well,
I want that extra money.
So I said Ortega. I think I said Ortega.
A lot of
on the
Ortegas
show,
in the comment section right now.
But I also was like really leaning towards Holloway this morning.
You flip flopped.
I did.
Okay.
But I don't know, man. I want this fight to be a lot of action, there's a lot of hype right now, especially in the comments, a lot of O's.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing a lot of O's.
Not overly surprised by that one. Again, O for Ortega, H for Holloway.
Somebody just typed ho. That's cheating.
Ho, ho, ho. It's Christmas time, though.
Okay.
That makes it okay.
Oh, he's #1 ranked challenge. Gotcha.
Ortega plus 100, Holloway minus 112 are your betting odds right now. Still going through their pre-game stuff there, so we'll get that here, or their pre-fight stuff, excuse me, and all the introductions and all that, so we'll get to that in just a second. But again, let us know who you guys got, Ortega or Holloway, the champion and the top contender.
Yeah, getting ready to come out here. When you're looking at just overall the stances of these fighters, Ortega, he's going to stand switch, and then orthodox is going to be what Max Holloway is going to go with. Hometown, you're going to see Max. He's a very, very proud native from Hawaii. He's claims that a lot. His son, I believe, is in attendance at this fight. And then Ortega, Los Angeles. He's a proud guy from the LA. He's going to be repping California, there's no doubt about it.
Big thing for Ortega is that he is going to want to get this fight on the ground. He's going to want to try and set up the T-City, the triangle. He's going to want to get himself in a position where he can win on the ground, win via submission. That's where he is best at.
Yeah,
as Matthew Hamlin, as I see now, points out.
Yeah, so he's a great all-around fighter, but at the end of the day, I don't think he can get into a boxing match with Max Holloway. I just don't think it's going to be a good decision for him. But at the end of the day, if Ortega can get this one to the ground,
that favors him.
That's going to favor him. So I just think ultimately, if I'm Brian Ortega, if I'm Brian Ortega's side, hey, let's get Max to the ground. Let's get him tired out, because you're going to see that Brian's kind of cocky, and sometimes that cockiness is going to be able to get you clipped, especially when you've never lost.
If you get a little too aggressive,
when you've never lost and you're going up against, probably your best competition in Holloway, that can get you clipped real quick.
For those of you looking for the actual fight stream, chatsports.com/stream. Take that link, go click one of the links inside of it. It will take you to it.
We got you covered, guys.
We got you.
Just be patient. Ortega is scary on the ground and feet. He's going to take the dub. That's what Matthew says. Okay. Okay.
All right, folks. Now, again, Max Holloway actually has the longest win streak in UFC featherweight history with 12 straight, which is, I'm not math major. That's pretty darn impressive, though.
Yeah. He's definitely hitting his stride. And, again, he beat Jose Aldo his last 2 wins against Jose Aldo.
The What 8117 says double knockout. That would be great. Yeah. I assume he means a simultaneous knockout, which I think would be awesome.
What would happen? What would that?
It's a draw, right?
Is it?
Or is it first one down? I'm pretty sure it's a draw.
2 losses?
I don't know if it's happened. No one wins. Everyone gets a loss.
Wins. I bet the Azai, I would imagine, would be pretty happy. That'd be a great win.
That's a push right there.
Oh boy, here we go. I'm pumped.
I know you are. We've already seen Holloway come out onto the ring. Ortega should be coming up next here in just a little bit. Again, keep your comments flowing there. Who you got? Let us know. Oh, excuse me. Actually, I misspoke. Ortega's already in the ring.
Yes.
So we're going to be here in a minute then. Never mind. My bad.
It's all good. I will say, though, like
I totally missed
Ortega might be undefeated, and Holloway might have 3 losses, but I think this is by far Brian Ortega's, like,
toughest
matchup. And yeah, and Robert Ragland also points that out as well. So, but man, this is going to be an interesting one.
Should absolutely be. So again, folks, get those comments in the comment section. Who do you guys have? Then go bet on it, BetDSI. We do have, by the way, some new betting odds on BetDSI. Here they are. There's no more favorite. Minus 120 apiece for Holloway and Ortega. So put your bets in. If you're feeling good about one of them, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Interesting. That's interesting.
Your ref tonight is, oh, Jesus.
Yevs
Levine.
Yes, Levine.
Like Avril Lavigne, but Yevs. So I don't, yeah. At least Holloway and Ortega is easy to say there. So.
Yep.
A lot of comments are coming in for Ortega. Caleb says $20 on Max. If we bet on BetDSI, then there are your odds, minus 120 there. Yeah. The What 817. Hey, T-City was the underdog. Not anymore. They are now both minus 120 on BetDSI. Chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code LIVE120, by the way. We'll get you an extra 120% deposit bonus. So even to get this bet wrong, you got plenty of extra money to play with on BetDSI and to turn into better profit there.
Seriously, guys, go to BetDSI. I don't know, you guys are saying, like, I'm going to put $20 on Max. Do it. Not only are you going to put $20 down, if you put down $50, you're going to get $60 for free. So
regardless, you got extra money even if you get it wrong.
You don't have to put down the $20. You can put down the free money. Just do it. It's super simple. You're not going to find a better promo code either. I promise you. Ortega's getting pumped up right now.
His hair looks very different now than it does in our photo because he has set himself up with cornrows.
He looks like
so it looks completely different, and he has a beard.
He looks like every 14-year-old girl that goes to Jamaica.
Wow.
They get those terrible braids.
That's your pick, buddy.
Yeah, honestly, I want to almost change my pick based on this guy's hairdo right now. It's going to be hard to root for that.
Joanna Jedrzejczyk says Ortega second round knockout. And they continue to go through their introductions here. Again, Holloway, Ortega, the main event for the Featherweight title. Holloway is your defending champion. He holds the title right now. Of course, Ortega wants that pretty badly, huh?
Yeah.
As of right now, there is no true betting favorite on BetDSI. Minus 120 at each. It kind of flipped around. Ortega was underdog, then it was Holloway. So an evenly set up match so far. We'll see how things change as the rounds goes on. Again, folks, we will have the updated betting odds for you guys. A good indication of who is currently in the lead as we sit here after each round. And sometimes even in the middle of the rounds if I can get it in fast enough.
That's what she said.
I know.
Actually,
I realize
that's probably not what she said. Maybe the last 2 girls in the fight. Oh, they touched gloves. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Here we go. Max Holloway, Brian Ortega, guys. That's what we've been waiting for.
All right, a 5-round championship fight. Ortega versus Holloway here. We are underway for the featherweight title, Mitchell.
All right, they're coming in. New Zealand says Holloway by TKO. Rodney says Holloway. They touch fists.
Another touch fist there before the match truly gets underway. So now we're here.
Here we go.
Holloway is in the black. He is of course, is the champion. And Ortega is in the blue trunks.
And horrible hair.
And also his trunks are cut up the side too, so they're kind of flailing around on him. Nice leg kick there from Ortega. Little testing each other out to start here.
I'm interested to see how this one goes. I mean, Ortega's...
And you got 5 rounds. You don't have to get overly aggressive here to start.
But Holloway's definitely a better striker. Goes for a pretty good punch there. Holloway... Ortega defends it pretty well. I mean, these guys are both kind of living right now in the middle of the octagon, just trying to feel each other out a little bit. I'm actually kind of surprised on how both of them don't have their hands up, really.
Yeah, they're kind of a little bit more relaxed, you know, almost baiting style, as Holloway tries to go with a low punch, but doesn't really make much contact there.
I'm actually amazed that they're the same weight. I think Ortega looks much heavier.
Yeah, I agree. Holloway is much leaner. Nice land there from Holloway.
There for Holloway. And the
chanting for Holloway, yeah.
Holy hell.
The Canadian crowd wants him to win, I guess. 3:30 to go here in round 1 of the Featherweight Championship fight. Pretty even, I'd say maybe a little bit more in favor of Holloway so far. Nice gut punch there.
Another good punch there by Holloway.
Oh, nice land there from Holloway. Good counter by Ortega. Leg kick there from Holloway, or from Ortega, excuse me.
In terms of punches taken, though, it's right now showing Ortega's taken much more hits right now than Holloway, but Holloway's taken more devastating blows.
Left there from Holloway. 2:45 to go in round 1 here of the Featherweight title fight. Fairly even, I'd say maybe a little bit in favor of Holloway, as they kind of both take big punches, don't make much blow there.
Yeah, I mean this one...
Holloway misses there.
This has been pretty slow start, fellas, I'll be honest.
Yeah, a couple of nice blows there from Ortega, but again, not much contact as they engage a little bit. For a guy in Ortega that wants to win on the ground, he hasn't really done much to get him on the ground so far.
Yep.
A couple of nice blows there from Holloway. Ortega tried to go with a big leg kick, but got nothing but air. Nice punch there from Holloway.
The What 8117 says, hope this is a 5-round war.
Ooh, good blow there.
Oh, Holloway actually gave him a high 5.
Yeah, that was a good punch there from Ortega. A little cocky there by Holloway.
He started clapping.
Ortega's been very aggressive right now, trying to land some high punches.
He got
Holloway gets him high.
Holloway rocks Ortega in the chin.
I think he's okay. Ortega engages, takes down Holloway. Kind of. It's not a big one.
He's got a double leg. I think Holloway's going to be able to get out of it.
Threw a good punch to the face there. A little stop back up as they touch gloves there. A good back and forth there.
Another high 5 gives him a thumbs up.
Minute 20 to go in round 1.
Holloway hits him with a right.
Woo. Ortega responds.
Takes another right. Look at him.
They are just trying to bait each other right now.
Holloway's literally going like this.
Yeah.
But I'll say, I think Holloway looks more confident than Ortega.
Ortega's got a little bit of swelling on the left side here, just a little bit. Little inflammation. Good throw there from Ortega. Much more significant strikes right now for Holloway. He's led in that area for sure. 45 seconds to go in round 1. Fairly even. I think I lean more towards Holloway, though, so far, Mitchell.
Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, it's...
30 seconds.
I mean,
ooh, good punch there from Holloway, getting high on the face of Ortega. And gets him again. A couple blows there from Holloway. Ortega tries to get him with a knee, misses. Tries to go for a leg kick.
These guys are literally laughing at each other, getting kicked in the head.
Holloway's giving him thumbs up and taunting him. I love it. As they are tied up now along the fence. 10 seconds. This might be it for the round, although a couple side punches there from Holloway on Ortega. Ortega, another couple blows there, takes them from Holloway. That is it for round 1. So, Mitchell, initial thoughts there as I get our BetDSI odds set up here.
I think if Ortega is bloodied up a little bit, he's got a fat lip, He took a big right hook there. But
at the end, yeah.
When I look at this fight, I think if Ortega could have gotten the takedown, that might have changed up the odds a little bit. But, I mean, I think Max Holloway ultimately won that first round. He landed more big hits. He definitely looks a lot cockier. He's literally telling him, like, let's go.
He's been like, let's go. Try and punch me there.
But I think, like, that's what Max won.
Oh, great punch there. Ortega missed a punch, and Holloway got him right back with the right hook counter. Your bet DSI odds right now after round 1 just changed. Max Holloway minus 200. Brian Ortega plus 150 right now. So Holloway, based on the bet DSI counting, is your favorite right now in round one.
I like what Max is doing. I like that he's taunting Brian. Like, I think at the end of the day, if Max can keep this a standing fight, he's going to win it. So I think if he can be like, all right, Brian, you think you can box with me? Let's see what you got. So I think it's so far, Brian needs to keep going for those takedowns. But Max had really good defense on both of them. So I'll be interested to see what happens once these fighters start to get a little bit more fatigued and their hands start dropping even more, because neither of them are really keeping their hands up. They're inviting.
Yeah. All right, underway here in round 2 again. Brian Ortega is in the blue trunks and Max Holloway is in the black. Holloway is your defending champion here, trying to defend his title. 20 seconds into round 2, a very slow start here, but a nice little throw there from Holloway, lands some blows.
And not many kicks.
Ortega has not done a good job of getting Holloway to the ground as Ortega takes a big blow from Holloway there again. The right side of his face is taking the bulk of the, or the left side from his perspective, is taking the bulk of the damage so far tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed on how Holloway's been able to keep Ortega away from him.
Yeah.
While still being aggressive enough to land a few big hits. But you can see though Ortega, I think, is starting to try to creep in.
Yeah, he's trying to get closer to trying to engage. All right. Ortega tries a big punch there, does not quite land it. Holloway with a couple of nice blows to the face, and that nose, I think, might be starting to bleed just a little bit here for Ortega.
I mean, Brian Ortega, though, I mean, even though he is losing, I think, this fight in the beginning, I mean, we need to not forget, like, he's coming back in the past. I would say his last 4 fights actually have been pretty slow starting.
Holloway lands a couple blows to the face again. 3:25 to go here. It's been a Holloway-led round. Ortega's nose is bloodied now.
Yeah, he's...
Oh, big blow there to the side of the head for Ortega. He keeps checking his nose. It's busted up pretty good now.
Yeah, he's hurting. He's bleeding pretty good.
3 minutes, 3:10 to go in round 2. Holloway again landing punch after punch in the face of Ortega.
Holloway.
Yeah, his bleeding real bad as Holloway is landing a bunch of punches here.
He's bloodied up pretty good.
Ortega's a little slow. Holloway is just landing every punch he throws right now.
I think Holloway's rocking him a little bit. I think Ortega's
he's feeling confident. He's just slow to react right now.
Yeah, they're saying on... I mean, when you start to bleed...
He keeps rubbing his nose.
That's not a good
breathe.
sign. I mean, think about it. When you get a bloody nose, it's going to block up your nose. So you got to breathe out your mouth a lot more.
Ortega trying to get close and engage, but every time he touches that nose, a kick to the face. All right, 2:20 to go now in round 2. It's been a heavily led match for Holloway in this round.
Yeah, no doubt.
All kinds of blood for Ortega as he lands a blow there on Holloway. But Holloway's on the attack right now.
A really interesting technique what Holloway's doing, though. He's like
nice
kind of
dodge there by Ortega.
baiting with his hands and then throws one of them.
He's almost using that left to kind of block the initial block of Ortega.
He's like a cobra.
I like that description, yeah. Oh, big land there from Holloway. Another one for Holloway.
Well, but Ortega responds, but...
Holloway's got some blood on him, but it's all of Ortega's blood on him right now.
I was just going to say, I don't think any of that is his.
Not his. Minute 35 to go. Ortega now on the attack. Landed a couple of nice blows there. All of them to the head region. That's where most of the attacks so far tonight. They're not really going for the body blows. It's been all for the head.
Which I'm kind of surprised. I mean, again, a lot easier said than done, right? But
another nice blow there by Holloway. A couple in a row there from Holloway. He's going for the kill shot now.
Holloway hit him twice in the jaw pretty good. Ortega's hurting. Minute
10 to go in round 2. Ooh, Holloway might have just barely missed a big one.
Ortega, I don't think either of them look tired, but Max looks like he's rare.
There's a body blow for Holloway. Ooh, big punch there from Ortega. He's fighting pretty hard tonight. As Holloway, he's looking for that kill shot with 50 seconds to go in round 2. Couple nice jaw punches there from Holloway. .38 seconds to go in round 2. Holloway has led this one for sure.
Yeah, this has definitely been a Max Holloway round.
A very active round as well. 30 seconds to go. They both look a little bit tired there. Ortega tried to go for the kick, missed. They're engaged. A couple body blows there for Ortega. Holloway responds.
I mean, in terms of punches land, I mean, Tom, think about this. This has been 2 rounds. Holloway's taken 188 punches to the head.
Dang.
Now, this counts as a punch.
Yeah, but still. Oh, big blow there from Ortega. Holloway here at the end of round 2. That will do it. I think Holloway won that round, Mitch. We'll get the odds here for you. And yeah, they heavily agree on that one.
They're talking trash right now, which I don't.
They've been jawing all night long, and I think it's been mostly the somewhat friendly trash talk, but it's been pretty darn impressive so far.
I mean, if I was Ortega, I'd be pissed. Like, Max is literally just laughing, essentially, at Brian right now.
So we'll enter round 3 here. Your current betting odds -769 plus 451. Max Holloway is your heavy favorite right now, folks. And after what we just saw in round 2, it's easy to see why. He dominated that particular round.
Yeah, that one wasn't even close. I mean, I'm curious, though, if Brian looked a lot more tired, and I think that might have been the blood in his nose. He might not have been able to breathe, because he's breathing really heavily right now in his corner, and Max looks perfectly fine. Max looks perfectly fine, but just the amount of hits that he's taking right now to the face, if Brian doesn't take this one to the ground, it's not going to be good.
Yeah, so Holloway -769, your heavy betting favorite, I think for good reason. Now, these odds just tweak a little bit here, so I'll get those updated for you guys. Some money coming in here on Ortega. He is now +408, and Holloway is -667 as we open up round 3 here of your main event fight. A little slower to start here, both trying to iron them up here a little bit. A couple of punches thrown there by Ortega. A little bit more on the attack this round, which
he has to
needed. Yeah.
But I don't know if being on the we've seen Ortega definitely have the most advantage when he's been able to get him at least kind of the ground. Now, in terms of time and control, 21 seconds Ortega has.
Not enough for Ortega.
That's what I mean. Ortega threw a pretty good, nice punch there. Oh,
40 seconds in, nice punch there from Holloway. And a little backhand too there. Is Holloway, little touch of the gloves there. Little sportsmanship. I approve. Ooh, big hook there was missed by Ortega. Ooh, there you go, Ortega.
Ortega lands it on his jaw.
Big righty.
Oh, another
one.
Right. Ortega storming back.
He's on the attack now.
I think Holloway's hurt.
As Ortega
takes him down
Holloway, and Holloway gets back up a little bit there. Ortega
I think
attacking.
He's hurt. Oh, I think he's got a rear naked. Oh, he gets out of it.
Holloway snuck out of it.
Wow. That was that close to being over.
All right. Now we got ourselves a bit of a match here. Good fight now.
See, now you can see it in Ortega's eyes.
Now he's on the attack.
Yeah, Max looks kind of scared right now.
Yeah, he's a little bit more cautious there. So again, Ortega was your big underdog entering this round. Let's see how things change here. Oh, my Lord. Turnaround elbow.
Spinning elbow by Ortega.
Ortega has dominated this round there. A good leg kick there to the knee of Holloway, too. Now Holloway's starting to get a little bit battered and bruised up in the face.
Yeah, so he's bleeding.
His nose about to cut open here. 3 minutes to go in round 3.
This one's been Ortega.
Oh, yeah.
This is
little leg kick there by Holloway.
Another
big leg kick by Ortega. He's trying to go to the ground now.
And now they're engaged.
It's a good punch there by Holloway. Couple nice ones there by Holloway.
That's the one thing that Max, I'll give him his credit. He is still keeping up the volume punches.
Oh, nice
and a big uppercut by Ortega.
Good counter there by Holloway to land a punch. Little engagement there, hand grappling, and then some elbows and punches being thrown. Ortega misses big time there.
Big right hook there by Holloway. Ortega's trying to get close to engage. And they're grappling. Ortega pins him up against the cage.
2 minutes to go in round 3. This has definitely been an Ortega round, I think.
Absolutely.
Still engaged along the cage here.
They both look tired.
Yeah. It's been a pretty active fight to the first, 3 rounds, we'll call it.
Ortega's going for the takedown.
He's trying to get that leg takedown, see if he can get that triangle hold. Minute 40 now in round 3.
I wouldn't be surprised here if they get...
Little breathers here along the cages, maybe. Ooh. Knee there.
Ortega gets out.
Nice punch there by Holloway. Another one by Holloway as Ortega, I think his nose got busted up again on that last punch. He's been grabbing it at it again now.
I'll tell you what, though, the momentum in this fight has been amazing.
It has been back and forth. Nice dodge there by Holloway. Missed there by Ortega. Uppercut missed. And then he gets a nice right hook.
See, Holloway bounced right back at him.
Yeah.
He's coming at him.
Under a minute to go now in round 3 as Ortega again trying to go on the attack.
They're throwing a lot of hands.
They've been very aggressive.
Head kick there by Ortega. I'll tell you what, though.
45 seconds.
The one thing I've noticed is
nice punch there by Holloway.
Getting kind of weird in his fighting style.
Yeah.
He's throwing like elbows, like random elbows.
He's been almost using that left hand as like a block and then trying to turn it into a counter with the elbow. Holloway.
Always throwing some punches.
I think he landed that uppercut, but not a huge hit. 25 seconds in round 3.
Ortega's definitely been the aggressor this fight, or this round.
They're engaged now along the cage.
Ryan, who has a chin? They both have chins.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I mean, Ortega's definitely taken a lot of hits.
He has. I've been very impressed by that. And I think this is going to be it for round 3. A couple of punches thrown there by Holloway. Ooh, a nice knee to the ribs. And that is going to be it for round 3. A good one there, Mitchell. And the odds have drastically changed now.
I think that was a Brian Ortega round. Definitely a Brian Ortega round. I would still score this one 2-1 Max Holloway. But wow, that's a big difference from what we just saw last round.
Minus 250 for Holloway, plus 184 for Ortega. Still 2 rounds to go, assuming it doesn't end early.
Yeah, assuming it doesn't end early. But I mean, we saw Brian finally get his groove a little bit. Started to get the momentum switched in his favor and land some big hits. And it almost ended when he got him on his... Ortega got on his back, on Max Holloway's back, and almost was able to choke him out. But Max was able to sneak away.
Looks like Ortega's got some bruising here along the left side of his eye. His nose, as we know, was busted up and bleeding.
Yep.
Ortega, I mean. Holloway had some bruising on the front of his nose, but it hasn't really busted open yet.
Yeah, nothing, not nearly the amount of blood that we've seen from Brian. But I'll tell you what, I want to see what happens here in round 4. If Brian can just keep building off of what he did last round, round 5, man, stay tuned.
All right, round 4 about to start here. It is the featherweight title fight, the main event tonight. Max Holloway, Brian Ortega. Holloway, I'd say up 2-1 right now, is big blow there from Holloway. 10 seconds into the fight of round 4.
And they're already...
They've been I like that. They have been very aggressive, very active, very engaged.
Big right there by Ortega.
Oh, he tried to go big uppercut there and missed.
Max is throwing them. These guys are starting to throw a lot of fists.
Maybe they want to end it here as Holloway's dancing now. Holloway's feeling good.
Holloway is definitely showboating.
Can't feel too good, otherwise he's going to end up on his back here. Holloway's going southpaw right now. She's kind of switched a little bit here.
He's going back and forth.
Yeah. 4:10 to go in round 4 now.
See, now he's back and
nice punch there with a right hook from Holloway. Four minutes to go, round 4.
So,
body blow there from Ortega, but Holloway counters.
If you guys remember in the Aldo fight, Max Holloway was basically orthodox and then went to southpaw. Well, he's kind of going back and forth right now. That's how he ended the Aldo fight.
Big blow there from Holloway.
Punches.
Ortega's slow right now.
Ortega's hurt.
He's slow.
Ortega's
He's
hurt.
trying to counter. Holloway landing blow after blow to the face
this one
of
might be
Ortega. Ortega just trying to grapple and high. Oh, his nose all busted up right now. Blow after blow for Holloway right now. Ortega slow to recover.
I think Holloway's got it.
Punch after punch to the face. That left side of his face is just purple right now.
Ortega is hurting, guys. But
Holloway.
Ortega's still throwing.
3:10 to go. Ooh, big punch there from Holloway as Ortega kind of recovered a little bit here.
I'm telling you, he's switching.
Bunch of punches for Holloway. He is just on the attack right now. Ortega just looks a half step slow.
See, now he's going southpaw. And since he's gone southpaw, now Ortega's trying to switch up his stance. And
Then Holloway flips back, and yeah.
I just don't think he's as good of a stand-up fighter.
Over 500 combined punches in this fight. Or strikes, I guess, if you want to include the kicks there.
He's
Holloway left and right, back and forth. Ortega now tries to take down Holloway, gets him up against the cage, but
I think he's just trying to live.
That was just more of a stalling tactic, I feel like, there. Trying to take down Holloway now is Ortega.
Ortega's bleeding really, really bad.
Man, his face. I mean, you can see it on Holloway's arms. It's just bloody as all get out right now. Holloway just kind of throwing some body blows there as they're tied up on the cage.
I just think Ortega's trying to live.
2:05 to go in round 4 right now.
This one has been all Holloway this round.
As the chants for Holloway grow here in Canada. UFC 231, your main event fight. Max Holloway, Brian Ortega. Been all Holloway this round. As Ortega tried to just grapple down with Holloway, it did not work. And God, that left side of Ortega's face is really just all cut up.
He can't. There's no way
he can't see out of that left eye. I don't think right now. It's so swollen.
Just
Holloway just punch after punch. I can't believe Ortega's still standing.
I can't either.
As now Holloway takes down Ortega, trying to get on top of him. 1:20 to go here.
Yeah, Holloway had the chance to get on Ortega, and he's like, "Nah, man, you come stand."
That left side of Ortega's face has just taken a brutal beating, and he's just taking punch after punch.
I feel like Holloway's got to almost feel bad for hitting his left side of his face.
Yeah, he just attacked it all fight long. Ortega, 1 minute to go, trying to take down Holloway, gets him up against the cage.
But, I mean, Holloway's eye is literally this big. Like, there's no way he can see out of the left side of his face.
45 seconds to go in round 4. Ortega misses a punch. Holloway lands some body blows.
Oh, he goes down.
Ortega now on the ground, and Holloway trying to take down Ortega with the submission move. Not going to work out. Holloway escapes out of it. That was a good effort by Ortega to pull something off there. Yeah, Holloway was like, good move there. Another punch to the face of Ortega.
You what, he gets hit a few more times, he's just going to go down.
He's taking like 200, 300 plus blows to the face right now. Versus critical strikes versus normal strikes. That's unbelievable. 200 critical strikes.
Oh, boy.
Another big blow. Under 10 seconds to go now in
round 4.
Is this going to be an old TKO there?
Nope. I think they're going to go to round 5. But I can't wait to see his
that's the end of round 4, but my goodness.
His face is just...
What a round by Holloway.
He can't see. I don't see how he can see.
They are going to look at Ortega.
I think they are going to call this.
This might be that TKO right here.
His eye is...
That left eye is just swollen shut right now.
Oh, my Lord.
Max Holloway did a number on Brian Ortega's face tonight.
They got to drown. I mean, they're going to have to drain his eye. That's the only way he's going to be able to see out of his left eye.
Gross.
So they're talking right now to his side. They're basically going to figure out whether or not his face is going to be okay enough for him to continue, because it's bad.
Well, the bet right now, actually, on BetDSI, it's off board. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Max Holloway wins. TKO.
TKO.
What a 4th round by Max Holloway that was.
Oh, he picks up his kid. That's cute.
That was incredible. Just punch after punch after punch for Max Holloway as he retains his belt.
I mean, let's also give some credit to Brian Ortega, because that dude could take a punch.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't fall down. He kept it going, but, I mean, that's how bad his face was. His face was so badly bruised where his eyes were starting to shut They said, no way, man. You can't come back out and fight.
Ortega put up a fantastic fight. He did everything he could. But
Wow.
Max Holloway, outside of, I think, really round 3,
Yeah.
just dominated that fight. And round 4 was, I think, the most dominant round we saw all night long, if you don't want to include the quick knockout blows that we saw earlier tonight.
I mean, Brian, he's really upset right now, and I can understand. Like, I'm sure as a competitor,
Because he wants to be out there.
Yeah, you want to go out there and win, but man, you got to look at this guy's face. It is.
Oh.
It's
And even
bad.
even like the left side of his arms are all battered and bruised too.
He is. That was bad.
Yeah, that was whew, good sportsmanship there, but
Holloway literally just goes up to him. He's like, "Man, you can take a hit."
that's one of those where if you're Brian Ortega, you're like, you know what? I just got beat.
Yeah.
Because Max Holloway, in that 4th round in particular, punch after punch, left, right, all to the face, targeting that left side of Brian Ortega, and it just became too much for him.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely see it. I mean, when you take, Tom, what was the official number? Like 300 and...
It reached 300 normal strikes, and there was
300
like
normal
200
strikes,
critical strikes.
But 200 critical strikes to the face, like, those are unbelievable hits. What is the final number here? 203 critical strikes to the face, and his left side of his face is just completely black and blue. And when I say his eye is shut, I mean, it's so bad that they had to call the fight because of it. So,
yeah. So a
crazy
fantastic
fight.
win there for Max Holloway. He is your featherweight champion tonight. All right, folks, once again, I am Tom Downey. Alongside me is Mitchell Renz. Mitchell, let's recap what happened tonight. UFC 231, the undercard, and the main event as well. I thought a fantastic night. We started things off with Thiago Santos, who won in round 2 on that nice knockout blow.
Nice knockout by Thiago, and this is exactly how I expected this one to go down, Tom. You're looking at the poster boy, 3-4 coming into this fight. Ultimately ends up losing 3-5 now in his last 8 fights.
It was funny because Jimmy I thought, led round 1.
Oh, yeah.
And then Santos all of a sudden just landed a couple quick blows. 41 seconds into round 2, he takes him out and wins the match.
I mean, when you look at both of these fighters, I mean, Thiago, I think, is just right now a little bit better, fighting better. I mean, he's now 7-1 in his last 8 fights. And I mean, I will say this, though. I am not surprised whatsoever that this one ended in a knockout. Great fight. Great way to get the 231 kicked off.
All right, and then your next match here, it was Hakeem and Kyle, and this was a split decision that went all 3 rounds. I was kind of surprised it was a split decision. I thought Hakeem led that all the entire time.
Yeah, I think Hakeem was pretty surprised that it was a split decision himself.
He was angry.
And I don't blame him. I mean, Kyle fought pretty well. I think he won maybe 1 round, but at the end of the day, Hakeem dominated it, I would say, from start to finish, was in control, and just you could really see that some of those hits, he didn't land, I don't think, any big dominating blows, but the amount of overall
It was just
hits.
the repetition. It was a much more slower match than much of the ones we saw tonight, a much more drawn-out, patient match, but in the end, Hakeem was just the better fighter in that one.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Kyle, though, his last 6 matches now 2-4. Might need to go back to the drawing board because something's not working there for Kyle, but he has been fighting much better. But Hakeem, though, got to go to 9-2. 2-1 in 2018.
All right, Alex Oliveira, the Cowboy, and Gunnar Nelson. This one was that crazy finish near the end of round 2 where Nelson had Alex kind of pinned down, and then he dropped the elbow to the forehead of the Cowboy, busted it up, blood's everywhere. It was eventually said it was a submission rear naked chokehold. I didn't see the submission at first. I thought they'd called it just because of the massive amounts of blood, but it was ruled a submission takedown for Gunnar Nelson. Either way, that match flipped kind of quickly all of a sudden because it kind of felt like Alex was winning, and then just one move there, the elbow to the forehead, and the submission takedown.
I mean, what did we say? We say I think this fight was going to end by submission. I mean, coming into it, Alex had 3 of his 5 losses were by submission. Now 4 of his 6 losses are submission, and Gunnar, again, I don't know if it was an actual submission. I think it was more called like, holy shit, there's so much blood right now on the octagon. We got to call this fight, but great fight by Gunnar, tough dude. Hung in there throughout the entire thing, but his last now 11 wins for Gunnar have been by submission.
And then your women's flyweight championship match, Valentina and JJ. It was very clearly Valentina the entire fight. Now, it went 5 rounds, but it was a unanimous decision and a very easy one at that.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised that this one went 5 rounds. I mean, you look at JJ, she was a really tough chick. I mean, she's one of the best fighters right now in women's
strong.
Yeah, I mean, and then you see 12 of her 18 fights have now gone the distance, and I think when you're just looking at a dominant fighter like the Bullet in Valentina, at the end of the day, she's going to move to 16-3, but she was just so much stronger, so much more better like tactic, and at the end of the day, I mean, it was just all 5 rounds, Valentina, easy.
And then your main event, the Featherweight Championship, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega. Holloway wins in a 4th round TKO. Ortega just took a massive beating in round 4. Couldn't get back out there. A doctor called it. His left side of the face was battered and bruised. He couldn't see out of his left eye. It was all cut up and bloody. What Max Holloway did in round 4 was incredibly impressive because he just beat on Ortega.
Brian Ortega for the next 6 months is only going to be taking pictures on his good side, which is the right side of his face, because his left side is going to be just absolutely wrecked. But, I mean, I think Ortega learned that he was like, okay, Ortega's a good fighter. Holloway is by far the best fighter that he's ended up facing in his young career. Max Holloway now 12 straight wins. I mean, you're really seeing him get it rolling. He beat Jose Aldo twice.
He now has the 2nd longest win streak in UFC history behind only Anderson Silva.
Damn.
Yeah.
Max
he's probably a bunch of other guys, but still.
I mean, he's knocking people out. His last now 4 fights have ended in TKO, and you're seeing why. The dude is a straight-up boxer, tough guy, and he was even able to defend when he needed to against Ortega. But I'll tell you one thing, Ortega, you can take a freaking punch.
He did a great job doing that, but in the end, Max Holloway, the winner in a 4-round TKO. He retains his featherweight title, and if you were like me, you went 5-0 tonight on the picks. Mitch went 3-2, but still 5-0. Should have done my parlay. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code LIVE120. They got all kinds of odds. UFC, basketball, football, baseball, everything you could possibly want, even golf out there. Chatsports.com/bet. Mitch, promo gets you that extra 120% deposit bonus.
Yeah. Go, guys, go put down $50. Yeah. You're going to get 60 for free. Put down $100, get 120 for free. Tom, if you're a big baller, put down $500, get 600 for free. All
the extra money there at chatsports.com/bet, but only if you use promo code LIVE120. So let's recap what happened tonight. UFC 231, the undercard, and the main event as well. I thought a fantastic night. We started things off with Thiago Santos, who won in round 2 on that nice knockout blow. Nice knockout by Thiago, and this is exactly how I expected this one to go down, Tom. You're looking at the poster boy, 3-4 coming into this fight. Ultimately ends up losing 3-5 now in his last 8 fights. It was funny because Jimi I thought, led round 1. Oh, yeah. And then Santos all of a sudden just landed a couple quick blows. 41 seconds into round 2, he takes him out and wins the match. I mean, when you look at both of these fighters, I mean, Thiago, I think, is just right now a little bit better, fighting better. I mean, he's now 7-1 in his last 8 fights. And I mean, I will say this, though. I am not surprised whatsoever that this one ended in a knockout. Great fight. Great way to get the 231 kicked off. All right, and then your next match here, it was Hakeem and Kyle. And this was a split decision that went all 3 rounds. I was kind of surprised it was a split decision. I thought Hakeem led that all the entire time. Yeah, I think Hakeem was pretty surprised that it was a split decision himself. He was angry. And I don't blame him. I mean, Kyle fought pretty well. I think he won maybe 1 round, but at the end of the day, Hakeem dominated it, I would say, from start to finish, was in control, and just you could really see that some of those hits, he didn't land, I don't think, any big dominating blows, but the amount of overall hits. It was just the repetition. It was a much more slower match than much of the ones we saw tonight, a much more drawn-out, patient match, but in the end, Hakeem was just the better fighter in that one. Yeah, 100%. I mean, Kyle, though, his last 6 matches now 2-4. Might need to go back to the drawing board because something's not working there for Kyle, but he has been fighting much better. Hakeem, though, going to go to 9-2. 2-1 in 2018. All right, Alex Oliveira, the Cowboy, and Gunnar Nelson. This one was that crazy finish near the end of round 2 where Nelson had Alex kind of pinned down, and then he dropped the elbow to the forehead of the Cowboy, busted it up, blood's everywhere. It was eventually said it was a submission rear naked chokehold. I didn't see the submission at first. I thought they'd called it just because of the massive amounts of blood, but it was ruled a submission takedown for Gunnar Nelson. Either way, that match flipped kind of quickly all of a sudden because it kind of felt like Alex was winning, and then just one move there, the elbow to the forehead, and the submission takedown. I mean, what did we say? We say I think this fight was going to end by submission. I mean, coming into it, Alex had 3 of his 5 losses were by submission. Now 4 of his 6 losses are submission, and Gunnar, again, I don't know if it was an actual submission. I think it was more called like, holy shit, there's so much blood right now on the octagon. We got to call this fight, but great fight by Gunnar, tough dude. Hung in there throughout the entire thing, but his last now 11 wins for Gunnar
have been by submission.
And then your women's flyweight championship match, Valentina and JJ. It was very clearly Valentina the entire fight. Now, it went 5 rounds, but it was a unanimous decision and a very easy one at that.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised that this one went 5 rounds. I mean, you look at JJ, she was a really tough chick. I mean, she's one of the best fighters right now in women's trios. Yeah, I mean, and then you see 12 of her 18 fights have now gone the distance, and I think when you're just looking at a dominant fighter like the Bullet in Valentina, at the end of the day, she's going to move to 16-3, but she was just so much stronger, so much more better like tactic, and at the end of the day, I mean, it was just all 5 rounds, Valentina, easy.
And then your main event, the Featherweight Championship, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega. Holloway wins in a 4th round TKO. Ortega just took a massive beating in round 4. Couldn't get back out there. A doctor called it. His left side of the face was battered and bruised. He couldn't see out of his left eye. It was all cut up and bloody. What Max Holloway did in round 4 was incredibly impressive because he just beat on Ortega.
Brian Ortega for the next 6 months is only going to be taking pictures on his good side, which is his right side of his face, because his left side is going to be just absolutely wrecked. But, I mean, I think Ortega learned that he was like, okay, Ortega's a good fighter. Holloway is by far the best fighter that he's ended up facing in his young career. Max Holloway now 12 straight wins. I mean, you're really seeing him get it rolling. He beat Jose Aldo twice.
He now has the 2nd longest win streak in UFC history behind only Anderson Silva.
Damn.
Yeah.
Max
he's probably a bunch of other guys, but still.
I mean,
still counts.
He's knocking people out. His last 4 fights have ended in TKO, and you're seeing why. The dude is a straight-up boxer, tough guy, and he was even able to defend when he needed to against Ortega. But I'll tell you one thing, Ortega, you can take a freaking punch.
He did a great job doing that, but in the end, Max Holloway, the winner in a 4-round TKO. He retains his featherweight title, and if you were like me, you went 5-0 tonight on the picks. Mitch went 3-2, but still 5-0. Should have done my parlay. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code LIVE120. They got all kinds of odds, UFC, basketball, football, baseball, everything you could possibly want, even golf out there. Chatsports.com/bet. Mitch, promo code gets you that extra 120% deposit bonus.
Yeah. Go, guys, go put down $50. You're going to get 60 for free. Put down $100, get 120 for free. Tom, if you're a big baller, put down $500, get 600 for free.
All the extra money there at chatsports.com/bet, but only if you use promo code LIVE120. All right, folks, once again, I am Tom Downey. Alongside me is Mitchell Renz. Mitch, let's recap what happened tonight. UFC 231, the undercard, and the main event as well. I thought a fantastic night. We started things off with Thiago Santos, who won in round 2 on that nice knockout blow.
Nice knockout by Thiago, and this is exactly how I expected this one to go down, Tom. You're looking at the poster boy, 3-4 coming into this fight. Ultimately ends up losing 3-5 now in his last 8 fights.
It was funny because Jimi I thought, led round 1.
Oh, yeah.
And then Santos all of a sudden just landed a couple quick blows. 41 seconds into round 2, he takes him out and wins the match.
I mean, when you look at both of these fighters, I mean, Thiago, I think, is just right now a little bit better, fighting better. I mean, he's now 7-1 in his last 8 fights. And, I mean, I will say this, though. I am not surprised whatsoever that this one ended in a knockout. Great fight. Great way to get the 231 kicked off.
All right, and then your next match here, it was Hakeem and Kyle, and this was a split decision that went all 3 rounds. I was kind of surprised it was a split decision. I thought Hakeem led that all the entire time.
Yeah, I think Hakeem was pretty surprised that it was a split decision himself.
He was angry.
And I don't blame him. I mean, Kyle fought pretty well. I think he won maybe 1 round, but at the end of the day, Hakeem dominated it, I would say, from start to finish, was in control, and just you could really see that some of those hits, he didn't land, I don't think, any big dominating blows, but the amount of overall
hits. It was just
the
repetition. It was a much more slower match than much of the ones we saw tonight, much more drawn out, patient match, but in the end, Hakeem was just the better fighter in that one.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Kyle, though, his last 6 matches now 2-4. Might need to go back to the drawing board because something's not working there for Kyle, but he has been fighting much better. Hakeem, though, going to go to 9-2. 2-1 in 2018.
All right, Alex Oliveira, the Cowboy, and Gunnar Nelson. This one was that crazy finish near the end of round 2 where Nelson had Alex kind of pinned down, and then he dropped the elbow to the forehead of the Cowboy, busted it up, blood's everywhere. It was eventually said it was a submission, rear naked chokehold. I didn't see the submission at first. I thought they'd called it just because of the massive amounts of blood, but it was ruled a submission takedown for Gunnar Nelson. Either way, that match flipped kind of quickly all of a sudden because it kind of felt like Alex was winning, and then just one move there, the elbow to the forehead, and the submission takedown.
I mean, what did we say? We say I think this fight was going to end by submission. I mean, coming into it, Alex had 3 of his 5 losses were by submission. Now 4 of his 6 losses are submission, and Gunnar, again, I don't know if it was an actual submission. I think it was more called like, holy shit, there's so much blood right now on the octagon. We got to call this fight. But great fight by Gunnar. Tough dude. Hung in there throughout the entire thing. But his last now 11 wins for Gunnar have been by submission.
And then your women's flyweight championship match, Valentina and JJ. It was very clearly Valentina the entire fight. Now, it went 5 rounds, but it was a unanimous decision and a very easy one at that.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised that this one went 5 rounds. I mean, you look at JJ, she was a really tough chick. I mean, she's one of the best fighters right now in women's.
She's strong.
Yeah, I mean, and then you see 12 of her 18 fights have now gone the distance. And I think when you're just looking at a dominant fighter like the Bullet in Valentina, at the end of the day, she's going to move to 16-3, but she was just so much stronger, so much more better like tactic, and at the end of the day, I mean, it was just all 5 rounds, Valentina, easy.
And then your main event, the Featherweight Championship, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega. Holloway wins in a 4th round TKO. Ortega just took a massive beating in round 4. Couldn't get back out there. A doctor called it. His left side of the face was battered and bruised. He couldn't see out of his left eye. It was all cut up and bloody. What Max Holloway did in round 4 was incredibly impressive because he just beat on Ortega.
Brian Ortega for the next 6 months is only going to be taking pictures on his good side, which is the right side of his face, because his left side is going to be just absolutely wrecked. But, I mean, I think Ortega learned that he was like, okay, Ortega's a good fighter. Holloway is by far the best fighter that he's ended up facing in his young career. Max Holloway now 12 straight wins. I mean, you're really seeing him get it rolling. He beat Jose Aldo twice.
He now has the 2nd longest win streak in UFC history behind only Anderson Silva.
Damn.
Yeah.
Max
he's probably with other guys, but still.
I mean, he's knocking people out. His last now 4 fights have ended in TKO, and you're seeing why. The dude is a straight-up boxer, tough guy, and he was even able to defend when he needed to against Ortega. But I'll tell you one thing, Ortega, you can take a freaking punch.
He did a great job doing that, but in the end, Max Holloway, the winner, in a 4-round TKO. He retains his featherweight title. And if you were like me, you went 5-0 tonight on the picks. Mitch went 3-2, but still 5-0. Should have done my parlay. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code LIVE120. They got all kinds of odds. UFC, basketball, football, baseball, everything you could possibly want, even golf out there. Chatsports.com/bet. Mitch, promo code gets you that extra 120% deposit bonus.
Yeah. Go, guys, go put down $50. Yeah. You're going to get 60 for free. Put down $100, get 120 for free. Tom, if you're a big baller, put down $500, get 600 for free.
All the extra money there at chatsports.com/bet, but only if you use promo code LIVE120. All right, folks, once again, I am Tom Downey. Alongside me is Mitchell Renz. Mitch, let's recap what happened tonight. UFC 231, the undercard, and the main event as well. I thought a fantastic night. We started things off with Thiago Santos, who won in round 2 on that nice knockout blow.
Nice knockout by Thiago, and this is exactly how I expected this one to go down, Tom. You're looking at the poster boy, 3-4 coming into this fight. Ultimately ends up losing 3-5 now in his last 8 fights.
It was funny because Jimi kind of, I thought, led round 1.
Oh, yeah.
And then Santos all of a sudden just landed a couple quick blows. 41 seconds into round 2, he takes him out and wins the match.
I mean, when you look at both of these fighters, I mean, Thiago, I think, is just right now a little bit better, fighting better. I mean, he's now 7-1 in his last 8 fights. And, I mean, I will say this, though. I am not surprised whatsoever that this one ended in a knockout. Great fight. Great way to get the 231 kicked off.
All right, and then your next match here, it was Hakeem and Kyle, and this was a split decision that went all 3 rounds. I was kind of surprised it was a split decision. I thought Hakeem led that all the entire time.
Yeah, I think Hakeem was pretty surprised that it was a split decision himself.
He was angry.
And I don't blame him. I mean, Kyle fought pretty well. I think he won maybe 1 round, but at the end of the day, Hakeem dominated it, I would say, from start to finish, was in control, and just you could really see that some of those hits, he didn't land, I don't think, any big dominating blows, but the amount of overall hits.
The It was a much more slower match than much of the ones we saw tonight. A much more drawn-out, patient match. But in the end, Hakeem was just the better fighter in that one.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Kyle, though, his last 6 matches now 2-4. Might need to go back to the drawing board because something's not working there for Kyle. But he has been fighting much better. But Hakeem, though, going to go to 9-2. 2-1 in 2018.
All right, Alex Oliveira, the Cowboy, and Gunnar Nelson. This one was that crazy finish near the end of round 2 where Nelson had Alex kind of pinned down, and then he dropped the elbow to the forehead of the Cowboy, busted it up, blood's everywhere. It was eventually decided it was a submission rear naked chokehold. I didn't see the submission at first. I thought they'd called it just because of the massive amounts of blood, but it was really a submission takedown for Gunnar Nelson. Either way, that match flipped kind of quickly on the side because it kind of felt like Alex was winning, and then just one move there, the elbow to the forehead, and the submission takedown. I
mean, what did we say? We say I think this fight was going to end by submission. I mean, coming into it, Alex had 3 of his 5 losses were by submission. Now 4 of his 6 losses are submission. And Gunnar, again, I don't know if it was an actual submission. I think it was more called like, holy shit, there's so much blood right now on the octagon. We got to call this fight. But great fight by Gunnar. Tough dude. Hung in there throughout the entire thing. But his last now 11 wins for Gunnar have been by submission.
And then your women's flyweight championship match, Valentina and JJ. It was very clearly Valentina the entire fight. Now, it went 5 rounds, but it was a unanimous decision and a very easy one at that.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised that this one went 5 rounds. I mean, you look at JJ, she was a really tough chick. I mean, she's one of the best fighters right now in women's careers. Yeah, I mean, and then you see 12 of her 18 fights have now gone the distance. And I think when you're just looking at a dominant fighter like the Bullet in Valentina, at the end of the day, she's going to move to 16-3, but she was just so much stronger, so much more better like tactic, and at the end of the day, I mean, it was just all 5 rounds, Valentina, easy.
And then your main event, the Featherweight Championship, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega. Holloway wins in a 4th round TKO. Ortega just took a massive beating in round 4. Couldn't get back out there. A doctor called it. His left side of the face was battered and bruised. He couldn't see out of his left eye. It was all cut up and bloody. What Max Holloway did in round 4 was incredibly impressive because he just beat on Ortega.
Brian Ortega for the next 6 months is only going to be taking pictures on his good side, which is the right side of his face, because his left side is going to be just absolutely wrecked. But, I mean, I think Ortega learned that he was like, okay, Ortega's a good fighter. Holloway is by far the best fighter that he's ended up facing in his young career. Max Holloway now 12 straight wins. I mean, you're really seeing him get it rolling. He beat Jose Aldo twice.
He now has the 2nd longest win streak in UFC history behind only Anderson Silva.
Damn.
Yeah.
Max
he's probably a bunch of other guys, but still.
I mean, he's knocking people out. His last now 4 fights have ended in TKO, and you're seeing why. The dude is a straight-up boxer, tough guy, and he was even able to defend when he needed to against Ortega. But I'll tell you one thing, Ortega, you can take a freaking punch.
He did a great job doing that, but in the end, Max Holloway, the winner in a 4-round TKO. He retains his featherweight title, and if you were like me, you went 5-0 tonight on the picks. Mitch went 3-2, but still 5-0. Should have done my parlay. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code LIVE120. They got all kinds of odds. UFC, basketball, football, baseball, everything you could possibly want, even golf out there. Chatsports.com/bet. Mitch, promo code gets you that extra 120% deposit bonus.
Yeah. Go, guys, go put down $50. You're going to get 60 for free. Put down $100, get 120 for free. Tom, if you're a big baller, put down $500, get 600 for free.
All the extra money there at chatsports.com/bet, but only if you use promo code LIVE120. All right, folks, once again, I am Tom Downey. Alongside me is Mitchell Renz. Mitch, let's recap what happened tonight. UFC 231, the undercard, and the main event as well. I thought a fantastic night. We started things off with Thiago Santos, who won in round 2 on that nice knockout blow.
Nice knockout by Thiago, and this is exactly how I expected this one to go down, Tom. You're looking at the poster boy, 3-4 coming into this fight. Ultimately ends up losing 3-5 now in his last 8 fights.
It was funny because Jimi I thought, led round 1.
Oh, yeah.
And then Santos all of a sudden just landed a couple quick blows. 41 seconds into round 2, he takes him out and wins the match.
I mean, when you look at both of these fighters, I mean, Thiago, I think, is just right now a little bit better, fighting better. I mean, he's now 7-1 in his last 8 fights. And, I mean, I will say this, though. I am not surprised whatsoever that this one ended in a knockout. Great fight. Great way to get the 231 kicked off.
All right, and then your next match here, it was Hakeem and Kyle, and this was a split decision that went all 3 rounds. I was kind of surprised it was a split decision. I thought Hakeem led that all the entire time.
Yeah, I think Hakeem was pretty surprised that it was a split decision himself.
He was angry.
And I don't blame him. I mean, Kyle fought pretty well. I think he won maybe 1 round, but at the end of the day, Hakeem dominated it, I would say, from start to finish, was in control, and just you could really see that some of those hits, he didn't land, I don't think, any big dominating blows, but the amount of overall
It was just
hits.
the repetition. It was a much more slower match than much of the ones we saw tonight, a much more drawn-out, patient match, but in the end, Hakeem was just the better fighter in that one.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Kyle, though, his last 6 matches now 2-4. Might need to go back to the drawing board because something's not working there for Kyle, but he has been fighting much better. Hakeem, though, going to go to 9-2. 2-1 in 2018.
All right, Alex Oliveira, the Cowboy, and Gunnar Nelson. This one was that crazy finish near the end of round 2 where Nelson had Alex kind of pinned down, and then he dropped the elbow to the forehead of the Cowboy, busted it up, blood's everywhere. It was eventually said it was a submission rear naked chokehold. I didn't see the submission at first. I thought they'd called it just because of the massive amounts of blood, but it was ruled a submission takedown for Gunnar Nelson. Either way, that match flipped kind of quickly on the side because it kind of felt like Alex was winning, and then just one move there, the elbow to the forehead, and the submission takedown.
I mean, what did we say? We say I think this fight was going to end by submission. I mean, coming into it, Alex had 3 of his 5 losses were by submission. Now 4 of his 6 losses are submission, and Gunnar, again, I don't know if it was an actual submission. I think it was more called like, holy shit, there's so much blood right now on the octagon. We got to call this fight, but great fight by Gunnar, tough dude. Hung in there throughout the entire thing, but his last now 11 wins for Gunnar have been by submission.
And then your women's flyweight championship match, Valentina and JJ. It was very clearly Valentina the entire fight. Now, it went 5 rounds, but it was a unanimous decision and a very easy one at that.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised that this one went 5 rounds. I mean, you look at JJ, she was a really tough chick. I mean, she's one of the best fighters right now in women's trios. Yeah, I mean, and then you see 12 of her 18 fights have now gone the distance, and I think when you're just looking at a dominant fighter like the Bullet in Valentina, at the end of the day, she's going to move to 16-3, but she was just so much stronger, so much more better like tactic, and at the end of the day, I mean, it was just all 5 rounds, Valentina, easy.
And then your main event, the Featherweight Championship, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega. Holloway wins in a 4th round TKO. Ortega just took a massive beating in round 4. Couldn't get back out there. A doctor called it. His left side of the face was battered and bruised. He couldn't see out of his left eye. It was all cut up and bloody. What Max Holloway did in round 4 was incredibly impressive because he just beat on Ortega.
Brian Ortega for the next 6 months is only going to be taking pictures on his good side, which is his right side of his face, because his left side is going to be just absolutely wrecked. But, I mean, I think Ortega learned that he was like, okay, Ortega's a good fighter. Holloway is by far the best fighter that he's ended up facing in his young career. Max Holloway now 12 straight wins. I mean, you're really seeing him get it rolling. He beat Jose Aldo twice.
He now has the 2nd longest win streak in UFC history behind only Anderson Silva.
Damn.
Yeah.
Max
he's probably a bunch of other guys, but still.
I mean,
still counts.
He's knocking people out. His last now 4 fights have ended in TKO, and you're seeing why. The dude is a straight-up boxer, tough guy, and he was even able to defend when he needed to against Ortega. But I'll tell you one thing, Ortega, you can take a freaking punch.
He did a great job doing that, but in the end, Max Holloway, the winner in a 4-round TKO. He retains his featherweight title, and if you were like me, you went 5-0 tonight on the picks. Mitch went 3-2, but still 5-0. Should have done my parlay. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code LIVE120. They got all kinds of odds. UFC, basketball, football, baseball, everything you could possibly want, even golf out there. Chatsports.com/bet. Mitch, promo code gets you that extra 120% deposit bonus.
Yeah. Go, guys, go put down $50. You're going to get 60 for free. Put down $100, get 120 for free. Tom, if you're a big baller, put down $500, get 600 for free.
All the extra money there at chatsports.com/bet, but only if you use promo code LIVE120. All right, folks, once again, I am Tom Downey. Alongside me is Mitchell Renz. Mitch, let's recap what happened tonight. UFC 231, the undercard, and the main event as well. I thought a fantastic night. We started things off with Thiago Santos, who won in round 2 on that nice knockout blow.
Nice knockout by Thiago, and this is exactly how I expected this one to go down, Tom. You're looking at the poster boy, 3-4 coming into this fight. Ultimately ends up losing 3-5 now in his last 8 fights.
It was funny because Jimi I thought, led round 1.
Oh, yeah.
And then Santos all of a sudden just landed a couple quick blows. 41 seconds into round 2, he takes him out and wins the match.
I mean, when you look at both of these fighters, I mean, Thiago, I think, is just right now a little bit better, fighting better. I mean, he's now 7-1 in his last 8 fights. And I mean, I will say this, though. I am not surprised whatsoever that this one ended in a knockout. Great fight. Great way to get the 231 kicked off.
All right, and then your next match here, it was Hakeem and Kyle, and this was a split decision that went all 3 rounds. I was kind of surprised it was a split decision. I thought Hakeem led that all the entire time.
Yeah, I think Hakeem was pretty surprised that it was a split decision himself.
He was angry.
And I don't blame him. I mean, Kyle fought pretty well. I think he won maybe 1 round, but at the end of the day, Hakeem dominated it, I would say, from start to finish, was in control, and just you could really see that some of those hits, he didn't land, I don't think, any big dominating blows, but the amount of overall
hits. It was just
hits.
the repetition. It was a much more slower match than much of the ones we saw tonight, a much more drawn-out, patient match, but in the end, Hakeem was just the better fighter in that one.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Kyle, though, his last 6 matches now 2-4. Might need to go back to the drawing board because something's not working there for Kyle, but he has been fighting much better. Hakeem, though, going to go to 9-2. 2-1 in 2018.
All right, Alex Oliveira, the Cowboy, and Gunnar Nelson. This one was that crazy finish near the end of round 2 where Nelson had Alex kind of pinned down, and then he dropped the elbow to the forehead of the Cowboy, busted it up, blood's everywhere. It was eventually said it was a submission rear naked chokehold. I didn't see the submission at first. I thought they'd called it just because of the massive amounts of blood, but it was ruled a submission takedown for Gunnar Nelson. Either way, that match flipped kind of quickly all of a sudden because it kind of felt like Alex was winning, and then just one move there, the elbow to the forehead, and the submission takedown.
I mean, what did we say? We say I think this fight was going to end by submission. I mean, coming into it, Alex had 3 of his 5 losses were by submission. Now 4 of his 6 losses are submission, and Gunnar, again, I don't know if it was an actual submission. I think it was more called like, holy shit, there's so much blood right now on the octagon. We got to call this fight, but great fight by Gunnar, tough dude. Hung in there throughout the entire thing, but his last now 11 wins for Gunnar have been by submission.
And then your women's flyweight championship match, Valentina and JJ. It was very clearly Valentina the entire fight. Now, it went 5 rounds, but it was a unanimous decision and a very easy one at that.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised that this one went 5 rounds. I mean, you look at JJ, she was a really tough chick. I mean, she's one of the best fighters right now in women's trios. Yeah, I mean, and then you see 12 of her 18 fights have now gone the distance, and I think when you're just looking at a dominant fighter like the Bullet in Valentina, at the end of the day, she's going to move to 16-3, but she was just so much stronger, so much more better like tactic, and at the end of the day, I mean, it was just all 5 rounds, Valentina, easy.
And then your main event, the Featherweight Championship, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega. Holloway wins in a 4th round TKO. Ortega just took a massive beating in round 4. Couldn't get back out there. A doctor called it. His left side of the face was battered and bruised. He couldn't see out of his left eye. It was all cut up and bloody. What Max Holloway did in round 4 was incredibly impressive because he just beat on Ortega.
Brian Ortega for the next 6 months is only going to be taking pictures on his good side, which is the right side of his face, because his left side is going to be just absolutely wrecked. But, I mean, I think Ortega learned that he was like, okay, Ortega's a good fighter. Holloway is by far the best fighter that he's ended up facing in his young career. Max Holloway now 12 straight wins. I mean, you're really seeing him get it rolling. He beat Jose Aldo twice.
He now has the 2nd longest win streak in UFC history behind only Anderson Silva.
Damn.
Yeah.
Max
he's tied with other guys, but still.
I mean, he's knocking people out. His last now 4 fights have ended in TKO, and you're seeing why. The dude is a straight-up boxer, tough guy, and he was even able to defend when he needed to against Ortega. But I'll tell you one thing, Ortega, you can take a freaking punch.
He did a great job doing that, but in the end, Max Holloway, the winner in a 4-round TKO. He retains his featherweight title, and if you were like me, you went 5-0 tonight on the picks. Mitch went 3-2, but still 5-0. Should have done my parlay. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code LIVE120. They got all kinds of odds, UFC, basketball, football, baseball, everything you could possibly want, even golf out there. Chatsports.com/bet. Mitch promo gets you that extra 120% deposit bonus.
Yeah. Go, guys, go put down 50 bucks.
Yeah.
You're going to get 60 for free. Put down $100, get 120 for free. Tom, if you're a big baller, put down $500, get 600 for free.
All the extra money there at chatsports.com/bet, but only if you use promo code LIVE120. All right, folks, once again, I am Tom Downey. Alongside me is Mitchell Renz. Mitchell, let's recap what happened tonight. UFC 231, the undercard, and the main event as well. I thought a fantastic night. We started things off with Thiago Santos, who won in round 2 on that nice knockout blow.
Nice knockout by Thiago, and this is exactly how I expected this one to go down, Tom. You're looking at the poster boy, 3-4 coming into this fight. Ultimately ends up losing 3-5 now in his last 8 fights.
It was funny because Jimi kind of, I thought, led round 1.
Oh, yeah.
And then Santos all of a sudden just landed a couple quick blows. 41 seconds into round 2, he takes him out and wins the match.
I mean, when you look at both of these fighters, I mean, Thiago, I think, is just right now a little bit better, fighting better. I mean, he's now 7-1 in his last 8 fights. And, I mean, I will say this, though. I am not surprised whatsoever that this one ended in a knockout. Great fight. Great way to get the 231 kicked off.
All right, and then your next match here, it was Hakeem and Kyle, and this was a split decision that went all 3 rounds. I was kind of surprised it was a split decision. I thought Hakeem led that all the entire time.
Yeah, I think Hakeem was pretty surprised that it was a split decision himself.
He was angry.
And I don't blame him. I mean, Kyle fought pretty well. I think he won maybe 1 round, but at the end of the day, Hakeem dominated it, I would say, from start to finish, was in control, and just you could really see that some of those hits, he didn't land, I don't think, any big dominating blows, but the amount of overall
It was just
hits.
the repetition. It was a much more slower match than much of the ones we saw tonight, a much more drawn-out, patient match, but in the end, Hakeem was just the better fighter in that one.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Kyle, though, his last 6 matches now 2-4. Might need to go back to the drawing board because something's not working there for Kyle, but he has been fighting much better. Hakeem, though, got to go to 9-2. 2-1 in 2018.
All right, Alex Oliveira, the Cowboy, and Gunnar Nelson. This one was that crazy finish near the end of round 2 where Nelson had Alex kind of pinned down, and then he dropped the elbow to the forehead of the Cowboy, busted it up, blood's everywhere. It was eventually decided it was a submission rear naked chokehold. I didn't see the submission at first. I thought they'd called it just because of the massive amounts of blood, but it was really a submission takedown for Gunnar Nelson. Either way, that match flipped kind of quickly on the side because it kind of felt like Alex was winning, and then just one move there, the elbow to the forehead, and the submission takedown. I
mean, what did we say? We say I think this fight was going to end by submission. I mean, coming into it, Alex had 3 of his 5 losses were by submission. Now 4 of his 6 losses are submission, and Gunnar, again, I don't know if it was an actual submission. I think it was more called like, holy shit, there's so much blood right now on the octagon. We got to call this fight, but great fight by Gunnar, tough dude. Hung in there throughout the entire thing, but his last now 11 wins for Gunnar have been by submission.
And then your women's flyweight championship match, Valentina and JJ. It was very clearly Valentina the entire fight. Now, it went 5 rounds, but it was a unanimous decision and a very easy one at that.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised that this one went 5 rounds. I mean, you look at JJ, she was a really tough chick. I mean, she's one of the best fighters right now in women's
strong.
Yeah, I mean, and then you see 12 of her 18 fights have now gone the distance, and I think when you're just looking at a dominant fighter like the Bullet in Valentina, at the end of the day, she's going to move to 16-3, but she was just so much stronger, so much more better like tactic, and at the end of the day, I mean, it was just all 5 rounds, Valentina, easy.
And then your main event, the Featherweight Championship, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega. Holloway wins in a 4th round TKO. Ortega just took a massive beating in round 4. Couldn't get back out there. A doctor called it. His left side of the face was battered and bruised. He couldn't see out of his left eye. It was all cut up and bloody. What Max Holloway did in round 4 was incredibly impressive because he just beat on Ortega.
Brian Ortega for the next 6 months is only going to be taking pictures on his good side, which is the right side of his face, because his left side is going to be just absolutely wrecked. But, I mean, I think Ortega learned that he was like, okay, Ortega's a good fighter. Holloway is by far the best fighter that he's ended up facing in his young career. Max Holloway now 12 straight wins. I mean, you're really seeing him get it rolling. He beat Jose Aldo twice.
He now has the 2nd longest win streak in UFC history behind only Anderson Silva.
Damn.
Yeah.
Max
he's tied with a bunch of other guys, but still.
I mean, he's knocking people out. His last now 4 fights have ended in TKO, and you're seeing why. The dude is a straight-up boxer. tough guy, and he was even able to defend when he needed to against Ortega. But I'll tell you one thing, Ortega, you can take a freaking punch.
He did a great job doing that, but in the end, Max Holloway, the winner in a 4-round TKO. He retains his featherweight title. And if you were like me, you went 5-0 tonight on the picks. Mitch went 3-2, but still 5-0. Should have done my parlay. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code LIVE120. They got all kinds of odds. UFC, basketball, football, baseball, everything you could possibly want, even golf out there. Chatsports.com/bet. Mitch, promo code gets you that extra 120% deposit bonus.
Yeah. Go, guys, go put down $50. Yeah. You're going to get 60 for free. Put down $100, get 120 for free. Tom, if you're a big baller, put down $500, get 600 for free.
All the extra money there at chatsports.com/bet, but only if you use promo code LIVE120.